think Sayaka's wish was stupid. I just think Sayaka's a little bitch.
Hello, and welcome to Girls, Gays, Animes, where it is safe to love what you love and love who you love. I'm your host, Valsaraptor, and today we have another episode of Straight Guy Tries. Here with me today, my special guests are everyone's favorite Madoka Maniac, DokiDokiBunBun.
That's what they call me.
And of course, what do my notes say about this other guy? I just have reoccurring straight guy, Danny,
Hello.
aka BitKing. That's your fancy title for the episode.
Recurring
I was like aggressively taking notes on the side, and that's what I came up with. But I think it's because I got distracted by our tech issues. So thanks for coming on, resident straight guy.
Once again, I'm happy to be the token straight.
Nailed it. What a starter. We're ready to go.
We're really nailing it. So, as I mentioned today, we're talking about Madoka Magica. I will start by saying I only watched this because it is DokiDokiBunBun's favorite anime to ever exist. And
true.
in preparation for this episode, this was my second time watching it.
Thank you for the quotations. I'm glad you added them.
I didn't want to say like first and a half times watching it because that didn't sound right either. But the long story short on this was I watched it all the way through one time. And what I had done is I was flying back and forth to Mexico at the time. So I had downloaded it onto my iPad and for the airplane. I didn't get as far as I wanted on the airplane, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So when I went to watch the rest of it, I was like, oh, I'll still just watch the downloads. I won't even bother connecting to the internet. I'm lazy. And I missed...
And what did that get you?
I missed 2 to 3 vital episodes.
The most pivotal episodes!
And I'm watching this series like, wow, this escalated quickly. And they really expected us to know a lot about the story. Like, we're having to make a lot of connections on our own. That must be, you know, part of the buy-in on it. Like, that must be what draws people in, is like you really have to like get there yourself. Like, it really lends a lot to that.
I take full responsibility. I should have just told you to watch the movies from the jump. I should have just said, download the movies. That's my bad. I should have. I assumed you knew how numbers work. That's on me.
I'm not watching the numbers. I just, next episode, let's go. When you're binging something, are you watching the episode counter go up while you're binging?
Yes, that's how I get the dopamine. Like, that's how, like, oh, I did another one and another one.
I'm like, yeah. Nailed it. I checked. My problem, so I think for me, it's hard because I'm bad at binging things in general because I am so easily distracted. So I have to gamify it 100%, especially for like a long series. Like, you know, it'll be like, oh, 36 episodes. So I'm like, all right, 5 out of 36. Look at me go. I do check in.
Did you guys ever do the thing in school where they're like, all right, there's like 20 minutes left. That's 5 times 4, so I just have to do 5 minutes 4 more times, and then
still do that.
No, that's how I trained for a half marathon. I've only got 5 more 4s left, and then I've got.
I think I did that when I used to run too. Yeah.
It's for people who aren't runners that attempt to run, it's the only way to survive. So I think for this episode, the bit's gonna be having Danny give a synopsis of the series, and then have Toki give her like high level, like quick summary, like sell. Like, what's your selling point? Like, you're trying to convince someone to watch this. What are you telling them is like what this anime is about? You're like, okay, Danny.
You tell me I had to have a bit prepared. I thought I was here to glare at people while they give misinformation about this series.
I can say a couple of my notes are like just a joke. I'm not gonna say that one joke I texted you because like I actually felt gross about it, but like
probably don't tell me.
No.
Okay, so for everyone who is new in the chat, we are doing a Straight Guy Tries Madoka Magica, and our straight guy is going to convince you now, based on his first impressions, to watch Madoka Magica.
Okay, so this is technically my first magical girl. Like, I have seen some episodes.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen some episodes of Sailor Moon. Like, it was a thing. I can't remember if I've told this on this podcast before, but like, my sister would watch it, but because I thought, oh, because I'm a boy, I can't watch it, but like I wanted to, so I'd be like, oh, this show's stupid. I'm gonna sit here and watch it with you so I can tell you how stupid it is, and then just like fully watch it.
Standing in the corner of the living room like this, like, you want to watch this with me? No.
Eating popcorn,
Yeah,
but just standing there.
Yeah.
No, I think actually there is a memory of popcorn somewhere. At some point while watching all this, I realized that the color scheme was exactly the same as Power Rangers. So I thought, and that's when I made the realization that Power Rangers is like the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is magical girl series, particularly the teenagers with attitude. Like the whole point is them being friends. Like literally the next Power Ranger series right after they abandoned the concept of them all being friends, but in the original one they're friends, and like that's
I
kind
can
of the
get
whole
behind
point.
that. Yeah,
But
I support it.
yeah, so but like even then, this is the first one
I
I've seen.
love that.
This is the first one I've seen all the way through since Power Rangers, and so go ahead.
I'm gonna let you know this is not what most magical girl anime is like. Whoops.
Dang.
This is okay, but to be fair, because this isn't like
Mm.
the standard for magical girls, is why you were like, oh, I haven't seen anything magical girl, and I'm like, I'm going to start you with this one because you're not going in with any ideas for what a magical girl anime would be like.
That's fair.
Yeah, and it was funny because like pretty quickly I realized that like, okay, this whole show, like the whole show, I thought it's a deconstruction of magical girl, and I had to like watch it in like the sub so that I would be forced to pay attention, because there were parts where like the pacing was a little weird. I kind of like I don't remember if we were recording yet or not, but like I kind of wish I had watched the movies, because it almost kind of felt like two movies just like cut up into different parts, like seemingly arbitrary at points. But it wasn't until episode 10 when you get Homura's backstory, that's when it like clicked for me. That's when I'm like, oh,
That's what Val skipped.
Yeah, like I was doing myself.
Wait, no, hold on. On the me skipping part, at one point, the way I realized that I missed parts is she had mentioned something about like eggs and like some dying maybe or something, and I was like, eggs? Like I missed the whole like explanation of the soul gems.
Can't. I should have brought more alcohol for this episode.
Just bring out the wine, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that's when there were still definitely some parts where I was like, because I've seen a show before, I know like, okay, this is a reference to something.
I've seen the show before.
Don't have the background for it. Like, I don't know exactly what they're referencing. But episode 10, I was like, that's when it clicked for me of like, oh, this is not a magical girl show necessarily. Like, it's a show, it's a story of love and like friendship using magical girls as a medium, and that's when it like clicked for me, like, okay, this is good actually, and not like, because like up until episode 10 I was just like, okay, I understand why this was popular, I understand why people like it, I guess. It was also really funny when like my younger sister was just like, oh, you're watching a like old school anime. I'm like, no, this came out in 2011.
2011.
Technically, yeah, 14. This show is old enough to have a bar mitzvah. Like,
Yeah.
Mazel.
I have a follow-up question before you continue. Did you only watch the series, or did you watch like the third movie?
I watched the series and the third movie. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I finished
Just
that
checking.
one today. I
Yay.
don't know how I feel about the third movie.
There were so many parts. I know I'm like jumping ahead, but there were so many parts of the third movie where like I had to stop it, rewind it, listen again, and then stop it and then rewind and then listen again, because like I wasn't comprehending what they were saying, and I could just be stupid.
Do you have an example?
I mean, yeah, that's
think it's
full
like-
spoiler.
It was like when
We full spoil like in every episode.
yeah, we do.
Warning
Yeah,
everyone,
do
we
not, I
continue
assume
to
if someone
spoil.
is going to listen to this podcast and it's like, oh, straight guy tries Madoka Magica, that they know what that is, and that's why they're
Yeah.
clicking.
Like, shout out to the one person who just wants to see straight guys try things. Like, I don't know what this is, but I see myself in.
That's so funny.
We'll come back to that later. I want to hear Doki's sell on, like, what's your high level, like, this is why you should watch this, or, like,
Oh,
your
right.
bad it could be, like, your oversimplified bad explanation, however you wanna, like, do this pitch, go for it.
That elevator pitch like they taught us in class.
I'll share mine that I told to Danny when I first convinced him to do this as part of the series.
That's fair. In general, I'm pretty bad at elevator pitches, so I'm just going to word vomit to you why I love this series
Hell
because
yeah.
I think that's
Perfect.
how I would naturally do it anyways.
Mhm,
Um, angsty lesbians.
mhm.
Boom. No, so I think well, I mean yes, but for me what I
No,
love about
wait,
the
yeah,
show
okay.
so everyone knows in general, I love a good juxtaposition between like cute and creepy. I really like taking cute things and putting them in like uncomfortable situations and like mixing the two together. That's just in general my favorite genre. But I also think that this show does a really good job of like everyone is so gray area. Like,
Mhm,
they're supposed to be these, like, beautiful, pure, magical girls, but, like, all of them are so dark, especially as you go further into the series. Like, they're all really dark and conflicting and twisted and gray. And I really, really like how the show takes that and continues to just, like, warp people and show that, like, balance between, like, dark and light in a way that also kind of makes fun of the Magical Girl series a bit because as much as I love Magical Girl stuff, like it is kind of cheesy and corny. But I also like I am a huge Homura fan, but I like how like I hate to say it this way, but like she's like obsessive and messed up and like it's uncomfortable to
Hmm.
watch and I'm such a fan. I also like how not all of the magical girls are enjoyable. Some people will fight me on this. Sayaka, I cannot stand. I cannot stand her, but I love that. Like I love that I go in and they're not
color
all
hair
like
is
these
that one? I'm very bad with
that's
names.
blue
Blue.
hair.
Blue,
Blue
yeah,
Ranger.
Yep.
she's in so purple.
I just but I love that they're not all like Madoka. Like they're not all like precious sweet angels that I enjoy listening to. Like I
Mhm,
think that's so fun, but it's also nice and refreshing to see it done in a way where like everything's not overly sexualized. So like, you know, I tried watching what's it called? It's like Magical Girl Raising Project or whatever. And I got like super into it at first because it's similar vibes, but like all these like middle school girls are over sexualized and that's not my thing, not into it. So I love that this one's not doing that. I love also that they don't use like these like horrifying like you know really traumatizing situations that these girls have been through and continue to go through, but it's not just like punch in the face shock value. Like, good example for that, anyone who saw Magical Girl Sight, I had to stop watching because it is so triggering. I'm just started Tteokbokki and it gives similar vibes and they're just
Akapi's
like
original sin.
original
Yeah,
sin, yeah.
yeah.
Um, and I'm really enjoying that one so far, but
That one
like
is so hard to watch, but keep going. I know we
it's
have a different conversation we have to have about that offline
I know.
probably, but, like, I'm
That
watching that, like
I will tell you if you think that one's hard to watch, do not watch Magical Girl Sight. Like I said, I don't know if I will even make it back to that one because it was like incredibly triggering and upsetting. And part of that I enjoy because I enjoy stuff like that. But at the same time, a lot of these shows really lean into shock value. And they
mhm,
try to make you uncomfortable and scare you by seeing how much they can shock you. And I really enjoy that this show doesn't do that. Like, is it upsetting in parts? For sure. The art style, I think, does a really good job of creating this like unsettling vibe by mixing
Yes.
like the hand drawn with the cute. But they're not like they're doing that through the story and through that instead of just being like, you know, here's this girl and we're gonna paint out her horrific story in a way that makes you like want to throw up.
Hmm.
yeah.
So like it's great. Also lesbians. Love it.
So
There's lesbians, lots of them.
so it's funny like you mentioned lesbians because immediate like granted this is like my own like bias of just like I saw the first time I saw Homura her like black and purple color scheme, and then she has like a black ring in the middle of her finger. I'm like, oh, Ace. And so like I just went like the episode 1, and I just read her as Ace immediately and just never questioned it again.
Oh my gosh.
Like literally this just now moment, I'm like, or like when you were like,
She's super lesbian.
when you mentioned like, oh, her obsessive love, like when I said like, oh, I don't know how I feel about the movie, you saying that made it click. But then also like, oh wait, that original thing is way off. I mean, she could still be Ace, but not Aero. So yeah, there's
That's
that.
true.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that. When I first showed this to my husband, we started to watch it, and I was like, I can't wait for you to see my favorite Yuri couple. And he's like, you always take every lady, you ship them with another, everyone's Yuri. And I'm like, I'm telling you, they're lesbians and they're in love. And he's like, okay, we got like 2 episodes in, and he's like looking at me a bit, 3 or 4 episodes in. He's like, okay, you're right. They're lesbians. They're in love. And I was like, thank you. So
Wait, so Danny, before the episode started, when she had said that, were you having a Frank moment
What happened with Frank?
on our last Straight Guy Tries episode, where we're like, Frank, what are the top like couples in AO3? And he starts listing off, he named one person, and we're like, with who, Frank? And he's like, girls, gays, animes.
we love
No.
the delayed connection.
Yeah.
No, I recognize Red Blue, Sayaka, and yeah, that one was very obvious.
Kyoko.
Yeah.
I was one of the things that surprised me about the show is that like it and I have a similar thing with Arcane where like I was watching it and I was like, okay, now this is gonna happen, and they purposely did not. Like I thought there was gonna be a big like falling out with like the violin boy like saying, oh, I hate you, blah blah blah, like, oh, you're like, oh, I don't love you like that, or blah blah blah. Like no, there was never really like a confrontation between him
The
and her at
quiet
all.
grief.
And so like every time it did like, oh, they're gonna do this, no, they purposely went the harder way. They like, all right, here's the easy way, here's the hard way, and they took the hard way to get to the same conclusion. So I did appreciate that.
When I pitched this to Danny, I was like, do you still want to do another Straight Guy Tries? He said, yeah, I've been hyperfixated on Expedition 33, to which I responded, I don't know what that is, but you know what's also great? Dark Sapphic Magical Girl anime.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You sent me a screenshot of a thread about something about a veggie burger, and then asked me if I saw the latest Parlor Room.
Wait, I have a question. You introduced it as Dark Sapphic?
Yeah.
Danny, and so you went in not expecting everyone to be lesbian?
Okay, on the one hand, I forgot by this point. Because like, when was
in his
it?
defense, that was May 17th.
Yeah, so like, yeah, so when you were like, you just did a rewatch, like this podcast was supposed to happen like a while ago.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's why when he said that earlier, I was like, I'm pretty sure I told him it was lesbians.
But again, hey, they could still be both. Like they could be ace lesbians.
That's true.
Yeah,
you for sure can. Yeah. It's just, like I said, it's so funny because I had just made the joke to my husband that I was like, well, at least I don't have to worry about explaining that it's about lesbians. Everyone will be able to get that.
Again, this
when
is
you said that, I was like, whoops.
What was the title we said we were going to name the episode earlier?
I think it was something angsty lesbian. Or I think it was I love angsty lesbians. Because I asked if we were introducing ourselves, and I was
no, woman goes crazy over angsty lesbians.
I was so worried we were gonna come in and you're gonna like, the show's stupid. Because I was like, oh no, this is like the one show I can't be cool. Like, if you insult 90% of the stuff I'm like, all right, yeah. This one I was like, oh no, I'm gonna be like eye twitching. I'm gonna get loud. I'm like sweating over here. And no one's even said anything mean.
You had said something, Doki, about the art piece of the anime and how it kind of like adds to how it's unsettling and how the viewer is kind of like experiencing the anime, I would say, because that's, I feel like, how it affected me.
Yeah.
Have you how much do you know about the manga and how close this like the art style matches the anime?
Yeah, so I own almost the whole series now, including the like spin-off from this and everything. So the manga for this one was actually created after the anime, not by much, but like the anime came out in like January, I want to say, of 2011, and the manga came out like halfway through the year, like summer of 2011. So it was a bit delayed. So it's pretty much just exactly the same. The art style is pretty much exactly the same. There are some minor differences, like Madoka's bow looks different, stuff like
Weird thing
that.
to
But
change, but okay.
I thought so too. Because it looks more just like a bow in the manga, from what I remember. Um, so I personally, for this one, 9 times out of 10, I'm usually a manga over the anime fan. Just because I think that manga is able to capture a lot of like we've talked about before, like inner turmoil and stuff like that that an anime can't.
Yeah.
I feel completely the opposite with this one because while the art style's still kind of there in the manga, I think it's the way that the art moves. Like when they step into like the witches like areas and stuff and like you've got these like weird hand sketched out like creepy things just like dancing around the screen and I think that like movement and like the sounds the like childlike singing and stuff like that's what makes it uncomfortable because like the show isn't like scary, you know what I mean, but it's just uncomfy and I don't think the manga quite like and it's not the manga's fault. I don't think it could necessarily capture it because of how the anime chooses to portray it. I think they would have had to veer a bit more to, in my opinion, capture what the anime does. So yeah, it's similar, but it's missing like that same depth, I guess,
The
in my
eeriness
opinion.
of it, like
Yeah. I don't open the manga and a little kid laughs at me, so it just doesn't make me as uncomfy.
yeah, the animation of the Witch's Labyrinth, like through the first episode, I was like, I had to like go to the sub because it's a thing of like I didn't know the plot, I didn't know the characters,
Mm.
so like there wasn't really anything for me to like latch onto. But then like the Witch's Labyrinth, and I saw the animation style, I like stood up immediately. I was like, ooh, whoa, hell yeah, let's go.
It's That's what drew me in the first time I watched it too, because like I started to watch it and I was like, okay, more magical, cute girls. Good for them. They have friends. I love that for them. And then like I saw the drawing and I was like, ugh.
See, also like I think I texted you. Well, like
Yeah, let me check.
also like the very first episode, I thought like, oh, dead mom, because like there was the thing where like the
You
kid
did
was
text me
like,
that, yeah.
like, oh, dead mom. Oh no, depressed mom. Oh no, she just not a
No,
morning
it's just a
person.
mom.
Yeah, just.
She seems fine actually.
The worst part was he had made that comment not long after I had made a dead mom joke, and so I, like, read the, like, caption before opening the message, and I was like thought he was doing a play on my other joke, and then I was like, are we doubling up, or is this, like, a serious separate comment? And he goes, "Oh, no, it was a separate observation." I was like, "Okay."
The first time I watched it, I didn't have anyone to text about it, but I remember really wanting to text someone to ask them what was up with the chairs. And I've read so many fan theories, and I still would like to know what's up with all the chairs throughout the whole show. You know what I'm talking about? I wish I could show an image right now. So, like, any scene where they're, like, in the mom's bed, there's a couple random scenes throughout the series where, like, there's just, like, 10 chairs, and they're all of, like, various style. I need you to look up pictures of these chairs. Everyone take
You
a
can Are
moment.
you on a computer? You can share your screen.
Yeah, but hold
There's a
on.
share screen button. In the
Okay.
meantime, I'll more anecdotal messages from Danny as he was watching this. Um,
The significance of chairs from a subreddit on the Madoka Magica subreddit
Thank you.
from 10 years
I'm
ago.
glad I'm not the only one who wants to know.
Let's
so
see.
Danny had said the vibes of magical girl stuff is dead mom, and then he said Full Metal is magical girl anime by that logic.
Oh yeah. Oh, that there was
I
like,
didn't get the joke.
well, there was a lot. Yeah, because you hadn't. I'm surprised you haven't seen Full Metal Alchemist, but like
I haven't seen any of the like the
foundation, quote
big.
unquote, foundational or iconic. Yeah, that one I unironically think you would love. It's character driven and written
I
by a
hear that
woman.
a lot. I hear that a
Um,
lot.
but
Chairs.
I hears.
yeah, I got
I
a.
present
Go ahead. Yes, chairs.
Sorry.
Imgur.
I was just presenting. This is what I mean by chairs. Like, what's up with all these chairs? And, like, that's, like, a common thing. They just throughout the series, there's just
A bunch of
so what's with all these chairs? Why are they there? Why are they not the same style? Why chairs?
Is it because of, like, the universe thing? Do you think, like, a chair gets left every time there's, like, a time
There's not
thing?
enough chairs. That's not enough chairs. There would have to be a lot more chairs. I like the theory, though.
theory that like, it's the audience or
Maybe. Looks like other people agree with your theory, though, Val, that it could symbolize, like, all of the changes that have occurred because of Homura.
Mhm.
I do love that
Yeah.
actually now that I'm thinking about it, I do every new chair is a new instance of her just showing up, Homura showing up and watching her sleep or something.
I love that someone commented, said, "Sometimes chairs are just chairs."
Those chairs seemed less like just chairs, the fact that they
I
were
don't
all,
think
like,
they're just chairs.
No.
I think
stylistically.
yeah, representation of the audience makes sense to me, timelines
Mhm.
make sense, chairs just chairs. I don't know that
I
they
don't
seem
like
a
it.
little too on purpose.
I don't like it. I
Mhm.
also didn't notice the chairs, but I
I found them wildly upsetting.
that's
I don't
so
know why.
funny.
It's the interior designer in me, apparently. I
That's
was
what
like,
I
"What's
was
with
gonna
all
make
these
a joke.
chairs?"
Like, and it, like the interior design makes you learn about like symbolism. You get a
Truly.
whole English degree to make peace with interior design. But yeah, like going back to like the Full Metal thing, like I got a lot of like I was really surprised at how many like sci-fi concepts there were
Mm.
in the show. Like I'm a sucker for the question of like, do the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one? Granted, and this is I wasn't necessarily like satisfied with like what the story chose to give, but also it's
Mm.
a 14-year-old show and I'm 32. Like in different time and place, maybe I would have. It was just like she just becomes this magical girl Jesus, like quite literally in the sense of like I will take on the sins of the magical girls. I'm like
Yeah.
okay, yeah, this is still anime. This is still a magical girl at the end of the day.
I think
Um,
that's fair. I think I probably would have felt the same way if because when I like, if I didn't know where it was going, I guess. So,
mhm.
like, because I don't know if you've seen the trailer for the new one and stuff.
There's a new
Mm-mm.
one?
There's
Like
gonna be a new one. It's gonna be in theaters.
like like
Live
2025 new?
reaction, pull up the
I
trailer.
think it's oh my gosh. It's either end of 20 I think it got moved to 2026 now. But
Pull
the
up
and
the
this isn't a
trailer.
do you really want me to pull up the trailer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I showed you guys a
this
guy
is our
losing
podcast. We can do whatever we want.
Oh yeah, we just got a new trailer for it. I'm very excited.
I had no idea that it was going to be a new movie. All right, let's go. All right.
All right.
I'm going to need my glasses for this.
I don't know if sound's gonna appear like I want it to. I guess we'll see.
I mean, I can't understand Japanese, so it's you could just play.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I hear something, I think. No, that's gaslighting myself. Okay. Interesting.
I'm also gaslighting myself, but it's fine. Okay. I like the silent reaction.
Hell yeah. Okay, in the same way I got Evangelion vibes from like the movie, I'm getting Evangelion vibes of like the opening theme for this.
I it's so fast. Could you play it in 0.5 speed?
What kind of
Just
ADHD are
kidding.
you? This is it.
It's kind of
Whoa.
slow.
Okay. Buildings, scaffolding.
Looks
Where's
like
Spider-Man?
Toronto.
They're
Okay,
back
different
again?
reactions to that.
How many times am I gonna watch these girls suffer?
Okay,
Lip
the Green Ranger girl, I did not like her. She was one of my least favorites. I know she wasn't like one of the magical girls, but I didn't like her as a person.
I feel neutral towards her.
Mm-hmm.
I like her hair.
Yeah, I kept like I going back to the Power Ranger thing, yeah, I thought like she was gonna do a thing. I don't know if this is a compliment or it is I mean it as a compliment where they're like it's too short. Like I would I would have liked more. I would have liked more, like a beach episode, like the proverbial, like not these girls, not in a weird way, but you know what I mean, like the relaxed, like let something go. Also, that does make me also a little happy that like there is a new one, because it did like when I say I didn't know how I felt, and just like it
It didn't
felt a
feel like
little
it didn't
incomplete.
feel done. Like it felt like there was still something.
And I
Oh, I
understand
totally
it. Like I understand what they're
yeah.
like. One of my favorite tropes is a Lotus Eater machine, where they're like, "This in the
Mm,
world is not real, but I still want to be here because I'm happy here." And
mm.
like I understood that decision, but I'm like, it felt at times the movie felt at odds with like the original series. And I'm like, did we watch? Is this the same thing? Like I almost wanted to Google if it was the same creator.
I think that's fair. For me, I really felt like Homura hadn't reached her final form, which, like, there's been other snippets that have come out about this, which we don't know much about like the new movie still, except that basically all we know is that Homura has basically taken
Hmm.
Madoka. And so for me, I was very excited because I felt like where I saw the series going was like validated, because I was like, I feel like Homer can get more unhinged. I feel like she's not nutso enough.
Hmm.
Like, I wanted to see her like fully like give in to her obsession, and that's
You
what it
wanted her to
looks like.
crash out.
See,
Yeah, I did, and that's what I think the new movie will give us, but I
Uh-huh.
think that that ties the first like, the original series
hmm
in it feels like a full finish to it,
so
to see her, like, fully change.
I
Uh-huh.
my one of my uh like I think enemies to lovers is overrated. I prefer lovers to enemies, and that's kind of, now that I see this, like kind of is like, okay, like
Mm,
the original series is like Madoka becoming like magical girl Jesus, and then
mm,
the movie is her becoming that. And no, now if now that I know that this movie is going to be like them at their full thing, like
mm.
battling each other, I'm like, okay, I'm actually more interested now than I ever have been.
I love how you're picturing, I feel like Godzilla versus, like, King
Yes.
Kong versus I'm picturing there is this, like, one piece of art that was released for it, and it just shows Homura in, like, a bunch of chairs, like, looking really cute, and then, like, her, like, skin slowly melting into a
Okay, well, pull
skeleton.
up the pic.
Ugh, okay, I'll find it.
You gotta stop
But so
describing images when you can just Google them for
I'm
us.
sorry.
Yeah,
But so
fuck you, audio
I'm
listeners. Like,
I'm picturing that in
Go to YouTube.
Homura in chairs skeleton.
the
hashtag cuck.
the
Like,
listener only crowd is going to be super sad because they don't get to see DokiDokiBunBun's sick tattoo that she hasn't even flexed to the live stream yet.
Oh no, I accidentally just minimized my other screen. I can't even see you guys anymore.
Like, am I even online anymore? What's happening?
I don't know. I just got a Mac and I don't know how to use it.
Oh no, that's
Oh,
my
there you
like
are.
backup record station is my Mac.
Oh, my
Zoom
sick
enhance.
cat.
Shout out to
Chooses
Ida Bell in Toronto, the sweetest tattoo artist I've
so
literally ever met in my
sweet.
entire life. If you're ever in Toronto, look her up.
Truly.
Like,
She was so nice.
yes.
Everyone, they were all really nice there. It was
Everyone
like
at
the
Cat Scratch
comfiest.
Studios in Toronto, they're all
Mm,
angels. All
comfiest
of
I've
them.
ever been in a tattoo, hands down. And I have tons of very lovely artists I've worked, but
Oh,
like the
absolutely.
nicest
I will
was
say, and if you live in
America's a
the
kitty
US and
cat.
you go to Toronto to get a tattoo from Cat Scratch Studios, it's like
Like a,
getting a discount because of the conversion rate, and money feels fake there.
it's like a coupon.
Yeah.
The
just
best part I think that she captured about this is that poor little sweet dummy Madoka is just like staring out into the abyss, and Homer is just like obsessively staring at Madoka. Like, hello, I love you. So cute. But yeah,
Perfect.
huh.
her.
It it's funny now seeing that, like, now you explained it, and now I see that too. I'm like, oh yeah, how did I miss that? Well, probably the fact that I started the series on Friday and finished everything last
Mm,
night. So like just like speed running all of it. When I was like saying that like I didn't read them as lesbians, is because like in episode 10, like I
So
do
well.
love that like the trope of like Magical Girl, specifically like Sailor Moon, where they're like Usagi's just like the most powerful because she is. I don't know if they actually do explain it, but I do love that this one explains why Madoka is like they give like a
Mm,
scientific explanation for it, like scientific, you know,
mhm.
but like a reasoning of it. And there is this idea of like someone's love for someone else can make them the most powerful being in the world, in the universe. I like, that was like a really interesting concept.
But I
uh
mean, like, that's like the whole theme, like, of the magical girl part of this, right? Is that people want something, and then, like, because of that, like, want or their desires, it blows up in their face.
mhm,
Be careful what you wish for is like 100%
Yeah.
the like tagline
mhm.
for the series in general is because like every time you want something, it it's your own desires can be like the ruin of you.
Mhm.
I'm starting to think the thing I'm referencing is fan art and it's like saved in my Etsy or
When you said there
Oh,
something.
were, like, a lot of chairs, I was like, is
Okay,
I
the
that
other thing I
am
showed earlier was a lot of chairs. Thank you very much.
It
And I
was,
am
no, but
finding
this particular art piece.
I
I am
assumed it
finding
was fan art the way
pictures
you had mentioned it. Like it sounds like it sounded very Tumblr-esque.
to my Etsy.
Um,
Might be shouting out a really nice Etsy creator today.
on the Madoka Magica Reddit page, there's a thread called "What's your favorite Madoka Magica theory?"
So
The
you're gonna
first
say chair.
comment is lesbians, which
That's not a theory.
not a theory. Who is Hitomi? Which one is that?
That
That's
is
Green Ranger, isn't it? The
well. So Hitomi isn't. If I am correct, which I think you are correct, but they're not like a magical girl.
No, but like it's the girl, like the best friend that was just like, oh, I'm gonna date this piano boy or violin
The
boy.
Mr. Steal Your Man girl?
Good
Yeah.
piano violin boy. Yeah, Hitomi is green hair.
Okay. The next one is that she is a secret magical girl fighting witches in secret.
Um, I love the theory. That feels unlikely though, because we saw Hitomi, unless it happened after this instance, but we saw Hitomi
Mm-hmm.
like get
Which
brainwashed in that one labyrinth.
It's true.
yeah, and then did
Uh,
the "Are you cake" thing, which I thought was cute, but like I was like, Jesus, this is going on for so long. Like I get that it's probably like it's a culture Japan thing, but yeah, I was like, man,
Yeah,
like they're going through every single person. I was like waiting for Homura to like mess it up, and then
I found it.
which one's
It is
Sayaka?
Saika's blue,
Sayaka is Sayaka's blue.
the Blue Ranger.
Someone also said their other theory was that Homura has also accidentally been raising Sayaka's potential.
I mean, I can see that because of the movie. Um,
Well, I feel like you could make that argument probably about any of them.
Except for Mommy.
I kept waiting for like mommy to like come back in like the original series, or she's like, oh, it's like I'm not dead, like I'm a monster or like whatever, and then like, oh shit, she's just dead.
So, if Mommy's your favorite fans, there is the spin-off Madoka, which is about basically other magical girls. It's all in the same universe, but not directly related to Madoka, so it's kind of taking place at the same time when Mommy's still alive. So she is in that one though.
There's like Magia Records, is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Or okay,
Yep.
so that's the one where I had seen a funny. I was like talking to you, Val, about this like way back. I was kind of one of the things that like set me up for disappointment a little bit is that I had heard that Homura's design is based off of Night on the Galactic Railroad, which is one of my favorite movies ever. And then I watched this whole thing. And I'm like, wait, where was the train? And then like I looked it up and like, oh no, it's the other one where like that universe's Homura is like based off Night on the Galactic Railroad. I'm like, okay, well now I have to
That's
watch that
so
one, I
funny.
guess.
Also, I did find the art, by the way.
Okay.
It's by a lovely artist on Etsy named Dorian Shrooms.
Okay.
And I can't pull it up on my other
Do
computer.
the showing the makeup thing. Reaction video. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect.
Oh wow, you got it. First try.
You see what I mean?
Mhm.
Chairs,
Oh,
skeleton. It's exactly what
yeah.
I said. Is that
Yeah.
cute
It
though?
is.
It's super cutie. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Another fan theory is that the 5 girls represent the 5 stages of grief.
Oh. What do they outline as like each girl, each grief?
Let's see if you guys can guess. What do you think mommy is?
Wait, what are the stages of grief?
Dab da.
Depression, bargaining, anger, acceptance, and denial.
Say that again.
Bargaining, anger, depression, acceptance, and denial. It'll be easier doing it this way. It'll be easier doing it this way. Who is denial?
Homura, obviously. She like goes back in time to say like, oh no, this isn't happening. Go back, fix it. Go back, fix it.
Oh, I pictured like Sayaka as denial.
So they pinned mommy as denial.
Okay.
I could see that because
'Cause-
she's like, no, being a magical girl's great. It's so nice to have
She's trying to convince
friends."
everybody, like, no, this is great. I love it.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
Okay.
is anger?
Red hair.
Oh, Sayaka. Oh no, yeah, I
Sayaka.
guess that's probably Kyoko. I could see as anger too. I think that's fair. But
They listed
Sayaka, like,
Kyoko as bargaining.
I could, yeah, because Sayaka like goes nutso and like she keeps
Yes, I
smacking.
feel like does do a full crash out, right?
yeah, yeah.
And then Homura as depression and Madoka as acceptance.
I mean, that one, yeah, Madoka's
Yeah.
acceptance was obvious, yeah.
They said that their
I don't-
Sayaka and Kyoko were the harder ones to place. But the
Yeah.
other ones felt like a little more natural.
I think that's fair. For mommy, I could see her as bargaining as well, though.
Yeah, because like her whole wish was like she was in a car accident and like wished. I don't know that they said
Mhm.
exactly, but yeah, I feel like that's
No,
like
yeah.
textbook bargain.
She just
But
wished
they're all-
not to die.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. So then that would have made Kyoko denial
No, yeah, that wouldn't have fit.
or
So-
Sayaka, because those are the only ones that like we could really swap.
I think
around.
Sayaka-
Sayaka, I think,
yeah.
could be denial.
Because like her whole thing is like, no,
I'm fine.
yeah, I'm fine. I will be happy if he's happy. Blah blah blah. Like,
Yeah.
This one says
You know,
for me
some
it has
people,
to be that
Sayaka's their favorite. Sorry. Fun fact for you. Some people really love Sayaka. And it
I-
makes me feel like an asshole.
I like her as a character. Like kind of what you're saying. I love
I
her. Like
No, sorry, go ahead.
she's like the like. I mean, all of them are, but like in terms of like, like my friends who have kids, like or like my teenage cousin, she's the one that acts most like an actual teenager that I've met in real life.
Yes.
like
I
clearly
can't
missing that
stand her.
portion of the frontal lobe that
Mhm.
kids don't have.
There was
She's fun to dislike.
Yeah. I'm also reading this book on girls and pop culture, and basically it's called Girl on Girl, where they're like, I know how it sounds, but like they're like talking about how pop culture, particularly like things like Backstreet Boys and things like they capitalize on like the emotions of young girls to make the money. And so like the thing where like the QB was just like emotions are pointless, they're so frivolous, but then they need them. Reminds me just corporate executives being like, oh, emotions or like blah blah blah, these things are dumb, but like teenage girls run the economy. Like I've seen my 401k and like what goes up, like not just teenage girls, but like also women are more likely to spend money on things that they love, and yeah, makes the line go up.
I love how you redeemed yourself very, very quickly, because I think Val and I both had a panic moment of like, oh no, too straight. Reading a book Girl on Girl, and we were like, oh no.
It's called, I have to pull up my Libby. How pop culture turned a generation of women against themselves by Sophie Gilbert. It's interesting so far. I'm only like
Yeah.
15% in, but yeah.
The next one is the incubators are lying about saving the universe and are a bigger threat to the universe itself
Oh,
than the entropy they claim to fight.
I don't
love it.
even think that
Because,
was.
yes.
I thought that was obvious.
I thought so too.
I also subscribe to this theory. Yeah.
Okay.
Except I think I subscribe more to the idea that not that they're, like, doing damage to the universe, but that this is all just, like, a big experiment.
Yeah, or
Like, that they're just, like, playing,
like from their perspective, they're like, yeah, obviously we're gonna survive. Like, or like they see themselves as the most important. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, we're doing damage, but we'll be fine. Like, you guys
Mhm.
humans will whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cube does not seem worried in the slightest ever.
I
Um,
also I loved the end of the movie when like she just like puts him in that like uh weird trap. It was really trippy because like my girlfriend was like on the Switch and she looked up. She's like, "What the fuck is happening?" Because like he just like starts like spiraling like multiple versions of himself. I don't know if you guys have ever played Undertale, but like it's the ending of
Yes.
Undertale. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
I love that connection. I could see that. I loved when Cube ate themselves because they were just like nom 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 nom
yes.
nom, and I was
They're
like,
like, they're like,
"Oh,
"Ah, I told you not to do this." And I was like,
yeah." It was like such a like the weird moment. I was just like, "Is that cotton candy or is that cat monster? What
Right.
are we looking at?"
right. I found another thread that's what's your most controversial opinion about Madoka? The first one is I don't think Sayaka's wish was stupid.
I don't think Sayaka's wish was stupid. I just think Sayaka's a little bitch.
Well, so this person follows it up with it was just naive because she's a
Yes.
child.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's the
no,
thing.
100%.
It was tragic.
Yeah.
It made her spiral. She was just a little girl watching the boy she loved lose his life stream, and by proxy, she was losing the potential to be with him.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think lots of people would have made like in that situation would have made that. Like I don't think it was stupid.
I
Yeah.
mean, yes, but that's the point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to be
I think
mean
that's
to,
why it's upsetting.
yeah.
Yeah.
This
Uh,
one, I think Madoka is abstractly about how painful becoming an adult is.
yes.
How young people without adequate support or self-esteem are prone to tragedy. How growing up is a battle for many, becoming a witch in the end of childhood, either by death or by being forced to conform yourself to this world, perpetuating the cycle.
I mean, yeah,
I'm still waiting for something that's like totally wild and like
right. Like,
'cause
Homura was
yeah,
right.
okay.
Or
Yeah, that sounds super smart and I could subscribe to that.
honestly, especially at the end when they're like, Pink Jesus was like going, like taking the grief from everyone. Like, the ones she took the most from were like, women in war, women in like a bad
Mhm.
situation.
I think they're all girls. Like, I think Cube makes a comment that they're all young girls because it's essentially because young girls are easy to manipulate, but they have the strongest emotions.
Yeah,
I don't
like,
think any of them live long enough to become adults.
mm-hmm.
This one says their controversial opinion is that Madoka is the main character and protagonist.
But yeah,
I mean,
it's
okay.
called so in theater, that's what I went to college for. We're taught that there are three ways to define a protagonist: whose name is in the title, who changes the most. So I guess in that argument, Madoka doesn't win that one.
Mm-hmm.
And who has the most lines. So I guess you could argue it could also be Homura.
So
So
that
that's
But
what the
like,
argument is that
my
it's actually Homura.
Oh,
okay,
I heard, yeah, that was gonna be my
uh,
argument that like, oh, Homer is
Yeah.
actually like that's what
yeah.
episode 10 kind of changed in perspective for me of like, oh shit, this is like good.
Think Homer is definitely the protagonist, but I don't think it's like super out there to say Madoka's the protagonist. Like,
Hmm.
sure, you could say that. It'd be like a wild card would be like, I think the mom is the protagonist, and like that'd be a pretty out there theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Get to the good stuff.
I know. I had to stop here because I'm gonna do the like whatever thing.
The makeup.
girls can't love girls. Okay, I did see that like the
This one was
green-haired
tagged as
girl
like
was like homophobic. I don't know where
well,
that
that's
came
what
from.
this one says. It said counterpoint homophobia, and then it was the girls can't love girls.
Oh yeah, she did say that. She did
She
say
did say that.
She
like
does
Yeah.
say that.
explicitly. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. No, that is for real a line in it.
Hmm.
Mhm.
But that line's in like 90% of all BL and GL, so
Val, do you want to do
Um.
the other bit from
Oh
Oron?
yeah, we can. We can stop
Oh,
reading
no.
the least controversial opinions about animes that I've ever read in my
I
life.
was still waiting for something controversial.
Right.
Nothing came out. I mean, you did get a little fired up about the main character thing.
Yeah. Well, also the thing is that like because it came out in Japan, so like internet culture was like just popping up, so people didn't know what unpopular opinions actually were back then.
Well, this like controversial opinions thread was put up a year ago.
Never mind.
So I think if you had only seen the original series, you could make the argument that Madoka was the main character. I think the reason none of us can is because we've seen all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Sure, 'cause
like
this was a
we
year
know
ago.
that Madoka's not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So moving on to our mini segment. What do we want to call this? This is part of the series where Danny does his own segment. Danny, what do you call the segment?
Rank the Ship is a podcast within podcast where I ask you guys to guess which ships are the most popular or have the most fics on AO3. So
this is the one where Frank was pairing everyone only with the female lead of Around High School Host Club, not realizing that boys could be shipped together.
So done. That would be hard with this one because there's like basically only girls in it.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I assume people just want more romance between the Pink Ranger and the Purple Ranger, right?
I would assume that more people want more Kyoko and Sayaka.
That's a good. That was my yeah.
Okay, so which one do you think is number one?
Kyoko and Sayaka.
Kyoko
I
and
think it should be Homura though.
Kyoko and Sayaka is number 2 with 686.
Okay, so is the first one Homura
Madoka and Homura?
Madoka?
First one is Homura and Madoka with 1,574. Well over double.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now for the third one, are people trying to put Madoka with
Mommy?
Oh, I was gonna guess the Blue Ranger first. No, I know. These aren't my opinions. They're what I think other people on the internet think.
I don't know because I don't trust the internet, so my brain was like, "Oh God, are they shipping like Kyubey and Madoka's mom?" Like, I feel like
Don't worry, Frank tried that too, trying to ship what's her name's dad with the main love interest from Iran as well. So
yeah.
oh my gosh,
It's like,
stop,
Frank.
Frank. No, this one's hard because like I feel like it either goes in the way of like people are sad that mommy doesn't have a love interest, or
Right.
people are like, ew, Sayaka sucks and Kyoko deserves better. Or they're like, Homura deserves better because Madoka doesn't give it the time of day and half of the universe is.
I feel like people might feel bad that the Blue Ranger like did all of these sacrifices for love explicitly from the beginning
Oh.
to then not end up with someone. But if they're only watching the series and not the movie, then they might ship her with Madoka. That's my proposal.
Sayaka and Hitomi.
We had to check. Wait, Val, what was the one you said?
I said Blue Ranger and Madoka.
Blue Ranger and Madoka.
I said Yellow Ranger and Madoka.
I have to remember the names. Okay.
One of us has
So
to.
I will say third place. Okay, number 1 was Homura / Madoka. Third place is Homura ampersand Madoka. So it's that popular that it takes the first and the third spot.
You know what? We should have just doubled down. We should have people want more Madoka.
I love the idea.
Is fourth Homura plus Madoka, then fifth is Homura X Madoka.
Homura ... Madoka lemon.
I do love the idea that the ampersand implies that like they're swingers and they're looking for thirds. Like that's just what this whole Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, wait.
All right, so carry over I think to the fourth one. Who's the fourth?
Wait, no, Kelsey, which one did you say?
Mommy and Madoka.
Mommy and Madoka is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
I
Ninth
approve this
place.
message.
Okay, you made
It
top
should have
10.
been lower.
Ninth place was 93. All right.
Okay,
Val,
what about what's the Blue Ranger's name?
Blue Ranger.
Sayaka.
Sayaka and Madoka.
Sayaka and
That better be lower than 9.
10, 9, 8, 7th place with 103.
Ugh, gross.
right.
Okay, all right. In the top 10, is there a Kyubey?
No. There's no man
Thank.
here.
Okay.
And Green Ranger
Does
is not
Kyubey
here
have
either.
a gender? Kyubey's kind of genderless, right? Kyubey's just a cotton candy cat.
No,
Space
they mommy says it's rude. Boys shouldn't make girls do stuff they don't want.
Oh.
I do because I
that's
do
true.
yeah, I do remember like that, like, oh, that's cute.
Okay, so the Green Ranger isn't there, and
There's no
the
boys.
Evil White Ranger isn't there. So,
Oh, BB?
oh
Or-
no, I was calling Kyubey the Evil White
Oh,
Ranger.
yeah.
Oh yeah, is BB there?
No.
Okay. Is there a thruple?
No.
Wow.
Kyoko and Mommy?
Kyoko and mommy is 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th place with 115.
Okay, so it's still in the hundreds. So like in the because
That's a
the
pretty
next
big
one down was
drop.
still in the hundreds.
The lowest one is 88. So like yeah, once you
They're
get
all within a 10% margin once
Yeah.
you get past 5.
well, like once you get past Homura and Madoka and Sayaka and
They're
They're
Kyoko,
pretty
like
high.
they're
Yeah.
like even like again, 3rd place is Homura ampersand Madoka. So like,
Yeah.
people are have their
Okay,
opinions
wait, did we
about
get the
this.
4th one yet?
I don't think you haven't.
What's
What
left?
is it?
You guys did mention it kind of. It is Homura and Sayaka. When like you guys
How
mentioned
many? How many?
135.
I'm so sorry to polarize all of them. I don't want to be friends with any of those 135 people.
I feel like this is kind of like we were saying, like the only like they had like one scene or 2 scenes in the movie and people just like, yes, that's and
latched onto
yeah,
it.
latch onto those 2, like when
It
she
doesn't take a lot to build a ship.
yeah.
People have
That's
built
true.
ships with less foundation.
I don't know if this is a
That is
ship or a
true.
rowboat.
I've built ships with less. Yeah, that feels so weird, especially because like it seems like the other like it seems like people are pretty unanimous, like, which is wild that a show would like have people just ship the people that like 2 sets and be like, that's it, we're all good. So like it feels so wild that like such a 2 people that hate, like truly despise each other, not even enemies to lovers, like would be shipped. Like I would never have guessed that in a million years.
Would you have guessed this next one with 115, Kyoko and Mommy? And I don't
Yeah,
think
that's fine.
but like, did they even meet?
No. Well, yes. So okay. If you've seen the spin-off series,
Okay.
I could kind of see it. But if you've only seen the regular movies, no, they have like
Oh, so
basically no
we're
interactions.
disadvantaged then because these viewers, these like fanfic authors may have seen the spinoff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which does play into it. But I would assume they're because I mean they're still basing it off the main series because I haven't heard any names of like characters from
The spin-
records.
Yeah. I wonder
Yeah.
I wonder if it was
Fan
like
a duplicate.
the
What's
movie.
11th place?
The last one is Madoka and Sayaka.
Oh, I thought we said that was.
Oh, that's ampersand. That's them as a throuple.
Oh, sorry, excuse us.
No, that was my bad. I didn't notice the ampersand. Okay, so actual last place is Madoka and Mommy at 93, which I think you guys have said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was just my bad of not reading the ampersand. Right
That's real
above that with
bummer.
102 was Homura and Mommy, which that one I guess makes sense because they had the thing.
There's like no chemistry there though.
they had the standoff. There was one really cool thing where like I thought mommy was gonna be like evil because she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna turn Monica into a magic girl," and then like she had like the
Yeah.
twin shadow thing,
Yeah.
and then like, oh, she just died, like actually died. Like, oh, okay.
So
Unless you watch records, and then there's more of her. And my second favorite Madoka characters in that, she has a big hammer.
Hell yeah.
speaking of hammer, Danny sent me a message today, which was
Oh,
Homura with a shotgun that said, "I'm gonna defeat you with the power of friendship and this gun I found."
honestly, that's why Homer
I
is my favorite character, just because like like she's like, oh shit. I am ashamed that like how much I recognize like, oh, that's this type of gun, and this is like this like the attention to detail in these guns.
I love that about her as well, because like, did you guys ever see the memes where it was like Harry Potter would have been a lot shorter if Harry Potter had just pulled out a gun on Voldemort?
Mm-hmm.
And I just like picture it. I'm like, oh, so like what Madoka
Literally.
I did just love that like actual lead bullets help like did damage against these like ethereal witches. It's just like magic and lead.
did?
So
I think it's
on her little like who's the time travel guy in the Marvel universe? What's his name?
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, so she's got like the Doctor Strange dial on her arm. And so she made that, right?
yeah.
So she could be making special bullets.
She could be.
Maybe.
She's pretty smart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so though, because we see her steal ammo.
Right.
I think she's just straight up shooting things
Which is amazing.
and just using like her time powers to like manipulate how she's shooting. But
Mhm.
it's, I think, extra funny if you like, great if you are just picturing regular bullets, because like everyone else has these like very stereotypical magical girl weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like going in for the kill shot.
Well, mommy had guns too, right?
Yes, mommy does also
But
have
like
guns.
they were like muskets. Like they were just
Yeah.
like
They're like
old school
gun,
style.
shoot once, gun, shoot once, gun, shoot once.
Yeah, 'cause she like pulls, like her power is like she like pulls them out of the ether, whereas like Homer is literally just straight up stealing guns from people and like you're like, hold on.
There was a I
She's
thought
like,
it
I
was
can't fight, I have to use guns.
like I thought that like she was like stealing them at a time, like a time travel gun thief, like because like they would come out of their
She
thing.
like pauses time and is like putting them in her like Mary Poppins time purse.
I have in my notes, damn, now she eating apples, and I've been trying to figure out what I meant for like the past 10
It's
minutes.
probably about
Kyoko.
It has to be about Kyoko.
Yeah, because like she's
Yeah.
always eating like junk food and stuff, and then she takes Sayaka to the church,
Sayaka's
and then finally
apple.
she has a apple. I'm like, is she like eating healthy? Is she like getting her life together now? Like, oh, I have a
I think
crush on this girl, so now I'm gonna eat healthy.
she's just a scavenger, so she
Mhm.
just eats what she finds.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
but didn't the apples also have like pertinence to her story, I think? So I think that was part of it as well.
oh, right, because her dad ran a church, and Jesus like,
Jesus loved apples. That's what they say.
yeah, Jesus loved apple. Madoka loved apples.
Madoka becomes Jesus.
Madoka eats apple. Homura mad.
The forbidden fruit, like Adam and Eve ate the
Yes.
apple, gained the power. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, the cost of a miracle is a human life. That I did
Okay,
really love,
alright.
because again, Full Metal Alchemist continuously asks like, what is the value of human life, and then this show just
Spoilers.
says a miracle, like whatever the fuck you want it to be.
I loved the puppet theater visuals for
Yes.
Kyoko's story. That was, I
Mhm.
think, really well done.
Those were really cool.
Yeah, I was a big fan of those. I
Uh,
love to think Sayaka could see the puppet theater. Like in if this was like real life, like Kyoko was really quick putting on a puppet show to show Sayaka her sad backstory.
She just
That's what I
carries them
picture.
around.
Yeah. It was in the bottom of her apple bag.
Yeah.
Episode 7, the text, her body, her choice, and like the taking away of the agency. I think that's like right after the episode when they realize that like, oh, their soul is actually like inside the thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh yeah, like they didn't have the informed consent of like what they were signing. Thought that, yeah, the show is like, like I'm glad I did watch it as an adult because I can pick up on that. I don't know that I would picked up on that when I was like way younger.
I definitely did not pick up on that stuff. I was just like, wow, lesbians, scary. I did not catch any of that stuff the first time I had seen it.
Yeah, me neither.
It's just because you skipped that episode.
I
That was
completely
on
did
your.
not watch that episode whatsoever. That was like one of the ones I missed. I know for
I-
sure.
Because you
it's
skipped
okay.
Watching
that
it the
through
second time,
travel.
I'm like, oh,
Okay, wait.
here's the explanation of the soul
It
gems.
sounds like you skipped 7, 8, 9, 10. That's like a third of the series.
It's like the most important
I know I skipped
episodes.
at least 2 episodes in a row. At
Because, like,
least
when
2
she was
episodes in a row.
messaging me, she's like, yeah, they really rushed all the time travel stuff. I'm like, what do you mean?
They did. No.
Well, you
Okay.
got your wish. Now an angry woman yelled about lesbians. Are you happy?
On the time travel stuff,
Mhm.
did you like preemptively take headache medication? Because you know how I am when it comes to like time travel and universe stuff.
No, I just preemptively knew that I'm bad at explaining stuff, so I'm gonna probably make it worse.
Okay. Okay. So, and this could be just I could just be stupid. I'm gonna leave with that too.
Okay.
So Madoka is like Pink Jesus, right? No
Sure.
more
Apple eating Jesus.
Yeah. Pink Jesus, there's no more magical girls and no more witches.
No, there
Yes.
are. I thought there were magical girls,
No.
but no witches.
There's no more. No, because magical girls become witches, so she basically goes around and just nerfs everyone. They all
Yeah.
just die. She
Mm.
kills them all, including herself.
She
basically,
absorbs
is the
their
concept.
sins,
Right,
but
but
like that's entrapped in their soul, so she has to nerf them, so she has to take on all of them, and then they're all like,
And then she shoots herself because she is also a magical girl, which means she also becomes a witch.
so this
Yeah.
is the time travel fucky wucky shit where it's just like I thought like she will, like if you are a magical girl, she will come after you. She will like watch your back. She will come after you to nerf you eventually. But like there are still
She basically
stories.
kills you right before you turn into a witch.
That's what.
Is
So
the concept? Yes.
but like that
Mhm.
means you can still do. You eventually you can still do stuff as a magical girl, and then like
Yeah.
right before you become a witch, then she okay, yeah. So there technically
Yes.
are still magical girls because
well, until
At that exact moment, but they are becoming extinct.
Okay.
Because
yeah, once the Big Bang hits, they're all gone.
they're all gone.
okay
Until
until
So this is like the until piece, right? Because after that, like all the magical girls are gone. Is it
yeah.
alt universe that we go to where now they're magical girls again?
No, so it's because it's different. So there's no longer witches, they're wraiths. So they're different magical basically Cube found a loophole and extorted that wish. Because so now in this like so in whatever universe they're in where Homura's done this and Madoka made that wish, right? Cuz
Yeah.
you could make the argument that every time Homura resets, she's basically creating parallel universes, right?
Yes,
She's just
yeah.
building upon it. So in that universe, basically, Cube it becomes extorted and warped, and so now that witches are gone, wraiths exist, which are similar but different.
So, because I thought that Madoka specifically said that there would be no magical girls or witches. And that's why I was confused.
yeah, okay. To
Because
contradict,
I could see the loophole with wraiths, but there's still magical girls fighting them,
it was only
So-
which I feel
Homura.
like is illegal.
I thought it was only
Well, I
Homura
don't
that
think
was.
Cube cares.
Wasn't it only in the main series? It was Homura was just like I will fight. Like she's the only magical girl in that universe. She's the only magical girl fighting all these
Essentially.
rays.
And I think she hasn't, and this is what's going to be important for the next movie, is that so we already have seen what Homura looks like as a witch. Like we've seen clips of that. But she hasn't turned into a witch yet, so Madoka wouldn't have killed her yet. Because time is like woo. Yeah, go ahead.
So, is the theory that, like, in some other universe, Cube captures Homura, puts her in this time shell, and Madoka can sense that she's going to turn into a witch, which is how she ends up entrapped in the time shell with her while
Yes.
she turns into the witch.
Yes.
Wait, say that again in English.
The movie.
The movie.
Yeah.
Because so basically Homura's spiraling, and so
Yeah.
then like Kyubey comes in, scoops her up because maybe he knows what's coming because he, whatever Madoka deal, yada yada, quickly scoops up Homura, throws her into this protective only in no out shell.
Yep.
And because he knows she's about to turn, and
Yep.
like uses that to lure in
Oh yeah.
Pink Jesus.
Yes. Homer
And
is the trap.
yeah. But the idea
Yeah.
is that that it's in the same universe where Madoka's cleaning house.
Yes.
It's just in this universe, Kyubey scoops up this version of Homura before Madoka can nerf everyone.
Yes. He is trying to extort her as a goddess, not as a magical girl. 100%. That's the same universe.
Okay. Because I was trying to figure out how, because she turns into a witch and she is a magical girl, how that even was able to exist after Madoka Jesus.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's
Again,
that
go ahead.
word, I forget, they called it a specific thing, but like effectively it's a Lotus Eater machine where like, yeah, he was trying to like Homura being the trap is just like, I'll give you everything you've ever wanted. You get to fight with your friends, you get to go to school and blah blah blah.
Because they were in a dream state, so she hadn't like technically turned, so she wouldn't have been eliminated yet. It's a lot of loopholes, and you gotta kind of squint at it. I won't lie to you. You have to squint at it a little when you look at it.
Yeah, Kyubey did the metaphor of like you're like a chick that was born, but you're still in the shell. That's kind of what it is. Where like yeah, she is a witch, but she hasn't like emerged yet. So Madoka hasn't like set her eyes on her yet.
Well, I feel like maybe she was like on the verge of becoming a witch when she got put in the shell, and that was just enough of a like that Madoka would be on her way to snatch her up, and that's how
100.
she would have also gotten trapped in there.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Very much so.
Okay. I'm so bad with time loops.
No, that's fair. Time loops in general, especially if you're the type to like want to like fully understand the picture and like hyperanalyze, which totally fair. Time loops, I think in general, it's like I think in 9 times out of 10 cases impossible to foolproof them. There will always be something wrong, or that like even if it's like, okay, well that makes sense, but it's kind of stupid. So like I'm a huge Madoka fan. I am not going to try and look you in the face and be like, there's no flaws in any of the logic in this show, because there totally is.
Yeah.
But like if you just squint at it, it's fine.
There was like the reveal that like Homura has been like living in Groundhog Day. I really did love that when they introduced her for the first time. She's like nerdy, she has glasses, she can't like run, and but then like because she's been in a Groundhog Day kind of thing of like, oh, now she can run and now she doesn't need glasses.
Desensitized and yeah.
But to your point about like, it's not how muscle memory works. I don't think. Like,
well,
or lung capacity, muscle memory, yes, but like not like lung like capacity. But again, that's just nitpicking, honestly.
Well, so the glasses, they establish pretty early on that she doesn't actually need them after the first time she goes back in time. But she continues to wear them. I don't know why. I guess
I do that at work sometimes. I try to gaslight my coworkers and I wear glasses to make them think that I'm smarter. And like if I'm about to go into a meeting, I'm like, hold on, I can't see.
Oh, look at how smart I am now.
Oh yeah, look how smart I am and not the reflection of everything. All these computer monitors.
That's why I never wear mine at work, because I'm like fully virtual and I'm like, I'm just going to show them themselves. They're just going to see that I'm not paying attention and I'm reading about Madoka Magica during work. If my boss listens to this, it was a joke. I don't do that.
I do love the idea. I love the idea of like, hey Kelsey, stop moving. I'm reading there. I'm reading the same faction. I'm reading your fan fiction off your glasses.
Hold on. What happened with Homura?
Please. No spoilers, you're going too fast.
haven't gotten to that episode yet.
Okay, I was gonna ask Danny who his favorite character was, but he already told us.
Yeah, Homura. Just
Yeah.
interesting.
I love her.
Let's go.
She's so messed up. That poor stup lady.
Oh yeah, supporting women's
Sweet
wrongs.
evil angel. Heck yeah.
There was a
Honestly-
guy working at a Barnes and Noble who, using that line, convinced me to read a novel. So
Did you read it just to get away from him, or?
First of all, you were there. I don't know how I
I
ended
know,
up
that's
alone.
why I asked.
I don't know how I ended up alone in this Barnes and Noble to begin with,
I
but
said I was sorry.
but then it got picked as your book club pick 1 month, so we read it anyway.
Which book was
Oh
it?
no, you're right. It's it's a villainess book.
It's a villainous one.
No one who listens to us frequently will be surprised to hear that I recommended a villainess book.
Hold on,
It's-
I wrecked it to
Get-
a moot recently.
Wait,
it is called.
What's a villainess book? There's like a woman.
Oh, they're books specifically about villainesses. So there's like a whole
Long Live Evil.
Yeah, Long Live Evil. It's a whole like genre. So like sometimes they're like isekai stories.
Most of the time.
Sometimes usually it's a story about someone who was a villainess in like their first life, and then they're reborn and now they're trying to be nice, or they're like isekai'd into a villainess and they're like, oh no, I'm gonna not get killed. Or they embrace being a villain. It's like just a whole genre.
But like,
there
what?
was a
What is a
there was
villainess?
a recent the
A
villain
badass lady who
Oh, okay.
villain lady.
does what she wants and gets what she wants.
Oh, it's
and
exactly
I
what
love
it sounds
her.
like. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
It's a
Um,
lady villain.
One of my favorite animes from this last season was a villainous anime.
Which one? Oh, I know which one. I got so excited.
I
but
know.
I figured it out.
I know. Hold on, I'm gonna look up the name so I don't mess it up.
It's is it the
hold
my
on,
daddy?
don't spoil it. Oh my god, not my daddy. From
it's like
bureaucrat to
bureaucrat
villainess.
daddy.
Dad's been reincarnated.
So funny. I
And-
love how they use some of their art is mimicking the one of my favorite series, the I Love the Villainess, the Yuri. They made her look just like Chloe. It's so funny.
It was so good. My
So
husband
funny.
even liked it. Like this was one of his top for that same season of anime too. So
It's so good. Highly recommend.
52-year-old civil servant is reincarnated into the world of a Otome game as the villainess. And it's like his daughter's favorite Otome game.
I get it, dude. I almost got ran over by a robot mop, and I was almost isekai'd as a villainess too.
That time I almost got isekai'd by a robot mop in the Orlando airport.
It's true. I almost got ran right over. And there was
I
a
got
very
on camera.
It was a very
Turn
embarrassing
on
video
Patreon
of
for
it.
official footage of Doki almost getting isekai'd by a robot mop.
I was gonna say we're definitely not uploading it to TikTok.
It's for
super
Patreon only.
embarrassing.
We don't have a Patreon. Sorry, chat.
100 downloads. We released this video.
It was so embarrassing.
I do
But I
love.
get it.
I love the idea that like Val saw this was about to happen and started to record before warning.
No,
She
I
was
was already
already-
recording something,
No.
and then we both realized, and I pulled back to the view of her almost getting hit and then screaming.
I did scream. The worst part is, yeah, so I was hoping we wouldn't get to this. She was recording the fact that so at MCO they have the like interactive maps, and I cannot use them. So she was recording me desperately
I
trying.
was like, aren't you a gamer? And she's like, zoom enhance, and it's not working.
There was no mouse, no keyboard, no good game controller.
What's that on the TikTok audio? No dick, no balls.
It was not good. But I got a picture with Daisy Duck, so like I guess it's fine. It all worked out.
So good.
That never would have happened to Homura. That would have definitely happened to Homura.
No, she would just rewound and it never would have happened.
Dang it!
She pauses, looks around to see if anyone saw, and then rewinds.
Jealous. Only of that, not of anything else that happens. to
Not
them.
have any other. Not other thing. Honestly, like
I
if,
do.
like my crash outs are boring. Like my crash out is just like I buy something. Like she crashes out and like goes and creates a new alternate universe. So like
I would rather not be isekai'd into Madoka Magica.
See, as
Mm-mm.
a guy, it's great. Like, guys, like girls are just off doing their own wishes, and like, it makes no.
Your
I
violin fingers are being fixed. Not
exactly.
a care in the world.
Yeah,
Wait,
this.
Kyubey wouldn't have been able to scoop her up quick enough because Madoka was killing off all of the magical girls, no matter what stage of like
No.
transformation they were in.
No.
Because she said no magical girls or witches.
No.
Let me look up the line.
No,
The
that's fine. I understand what you're saying about the line, but she's specifically getting them right before they become a witch.
see, also, I the way I interpreted like the no magical girls is like if magical girls are to fight witches, then she
If
eliminates the
there's no more
witches.
witches, there can be no more magical girls. Yes. It's not that she is getting rid of all magical girls. It's that, in theory, by getting rid of witches, magical girls will no longer be needed.
I love the idea also that like people because of this, like obviously 2011 they couldn't have predicted this, but like now in this universe, like girls will become a magical girl just to do TikToks. It's like the same way like cosplayers will just instead of waiting for like 2 cons a year, they'll just like dress
Oh,
up
yeah.
and do TikToks. They're like, oh, get ready with me, wave a wand, and do a whole dance sequence.
No. That's such an upsetting idea. Val's looking so hard into this. I'm telling you, dude. You can trust me. Didn't you hire me here as the expert? Look, I have the hoodie. If I put
Wait,
this hoodie on, will you listen to me?
she's getting paid?
I was actually forced to be here. You can't see it 'cause they're off camera, but there's Homura's over there with a gun. Like, I'm being held captive. Look, I have an official Madoka Magica hoodie. You have to listen to me, Val. We'll be here for a while.
There you go. Where's that stop time thing? Val needs that right now.
She does.
Like,
Well, I just want to read the verbatim of her wish. That's
Mhm.
it. So if you can
Okay.
find it,
okay.
I will be satisfied.
Madoka's Pink Ranger wish.
All right, chat, get to it, please.
Chat, what was Madoka's wish? Verbatim, no synopsis, no ad-libbing or whatever it's called. What was
You're
the
doing
wish
great.
verbatim? I'm providing context and filling up the silence for our future listeners. And also the one person in chat on TikTok.
Just so you know, the synopsis says that her primary desire is to eliminate the threat of witches preventing magical girls from becoming them. Oh, wait, here's
But the
quotes
existence
Madoka.
of witches doesn't inherently mean that magical girls won't turn into witches.
No, but it's saying that no new if no basically she's saying that their fate is sealed. The magical girls that exist, their fate's sealed. They're already screwed. There's no saving them.
Yeah,
But
so
one, she's saving them from their fate of becoming witches by just dying, because that's a kinder fate. And she's saying
Yeah.
that if no new witches can ever be born, then there's no need to recruit new magical girls. She's like 13, dude. Her logic isn't gonna be like the most thought out.
Right. Like the amount of time she probably hasn't spent amount time asking for more wishes, which is what I would have done. I would have tried to figure out. I would have spent like 2 years trying to figure out how to wish for more wishes.
I love the Kyoko, you call yourself human. Homura, of course not, neither are you.
I do love that was good.
Yeah.
Right. I'm pulling up the episode of Crunchyroll.
We're getting into it. Hell yeah.
Thankfully, it's like in the first 5 minutes.
Let's see. I don't care whether I become a god or
I
not.
wish to.
I don't.
Okay, I wish to erase all witches before they are born. All the witches in all the universes, both past and present, with my own hands. So her wish is specifically erase witches.
Yeah.
What was the next sentence?
Okay. Let's see. Before they are born. Okay.
Mhm,
I wish to erase all the witches before they are born.
Yep.
All the witches in all the universes, both past and future, with my own hands,
Mhm.
and then a bright ass light that's blinding me.
Okay, keep going.
That prayer, if a prayer like that were granted, it could unravel the fabric of time itself.
Okay, keep
Yeah,
going.
that's a different person.
Yeah, that's Kyobi. It would go against the very force of karmic destiny.
Okay, yeah.
Do you truly intend to become a god? I don't care what I become. All those who have fought against witches, who believed in hope as magical girls, I don't want to see them cry. I want to send them smiling to the very end. If any rule or law stands by that, I will destroy it. I will rewrite it. That is my prayer. That is my wish. Now, grant my wish.
Follow-up question. Does she off herself in this sequence
Yes.
after the end? Okay, so at the point that she offs herself, the assumption is that all magical girls are already gone. Because if
Yeah,
she's
but-
gone, she can't
So
kill...
I thought,
Keep in mind, this is a time thing. So, like,
Yes.
that's happening after the events because it's a time thing. It's not like that happens and then this next thing happens.
because of her wish, all in the past and future. So, like, she offs her, like, the idea of, like, she has, like, offed herself once she has consumed all of the darkness of all the witches that ever were and will be. So,
Time is fluid.
that's what, like, I made the Jesus joke not as, like, just a joke, but also, like, that's the idea of, like, I am the Omega and the Alpha. Like, I, like, the beginning and end exists, absorbing all of the sins that ever were and will be.
Yeah.
So,
I think you're still viewing time as like a very structured linear thing, and it's not.
yeah.
Time is wibbly wobbly and can be impacted and
Yeah.
affected.
To your
Well, it is called a timeline. But aside from that...
Okay, lines don't have to be straight, dude.
also lines are thick.
Gays and anime.
Lines can be thick and they can go up and down.
Like,
Don't be that gesture on this
don't ever do
podcast.
that again. It's too straight. We
Like
should have
this
put
line.
a straight warning.
I'm just trying to place the scene where she's on the beach and no one remembers her, and the part where she's in the egg jail.
Beach.
No one remembers, and then, well, I mean, egg jail's happening after she becomes a goddess, so after that.
But
No one.
at what point, like, in which timeline or whatever?
Well, because they specifically make a comment that they knew it was an alternate reality because people remembered Madoka. Like, Homura realized it wasn't real because people knew who Madoka was, which meant that it would have to happen after the beach scene.
So basically, she rewrote reality and basically created an alternate universe.
Yeah, it's a dream state. It's not real because dead people were there.
So then is the assumption that after the beach scene, she remembered her and then crashed out?
Yes. So the like the concept there is that Homura did not actually forget Madoka. Yeah. Because that's why she's wearing Madoka's ribbon. That's why when the little brother sang Madoka, she's like, I knew a Madoka. Homura did not forget Madoka. Everyone else did. And we don't know why. The only theory is that because of how many, like, timelines she was in and how much power she's amassed throughout all of these, the same way as Madoka, that's why.
I kind of read it
She's
as
the only
like,
one who didn't forget.
I kind of read it as like Madoka letting her be like her champion on this earth to like fight like the Rays, because like Madoka knew that like there was QB was gonna find some bullshit, which he did.
I don't know that Madoka's smart enough. I
mean
mean that with love. I love Madoka, but she's not like a forward thinker.
I mean,
We know, so this
yeah.
is maybe too far deep down the rabbit hole, but so there are some like you know how in Japan they do like the CDs for some stuff where there's like extra lore essentially. So we
Okay.
know through that some of the other wishes that Madoka's made over the years, throughout all the time she turned into a magical girl. Like
Oh
one
man, you
was
should have led with
literally,
that. You should have started the episode with that. Keep going.
sorry, one of them was literally to save a cat. So like she gave up all of her humanity. Not that I don't love kitty cats, don't get me wrong, but maybe that's not the wish.
Right.
Like, so Madoka is just very quick to do nice things for people. I don't know that she has like tons of foresight. She's just nice, which is why I don't. My unpopular opinion is I'm not a huge fan of Madoka because she's just like her whole shtick is that she's really nice,
Yeah.
which is a good catalyst for Homura for sure. But like,
I do kind of like not really understanding what the show was gonna be. I do remember multiple times like, damn, we're 3 episodes in and she hasn't become a magical girl. Damn, we're 6 episodes in, she hasn't become a magical girl. Damn, we're 9 episodes in, she has not become and like literally every single episode, like, damn, still, like she's the name of the and then like episode 10 hit, and then that's when I realized that like going in that like thing. It reminded me, I don't know if y'all have played 1000X Resist, but like I've
Mm-mm.
started it, but like it was like sold to me as like um the player character, like she suddenly becomes the most important girl in the world, and it kind of reminded me
Mm.
that same concept where just like she doesn't realize how important she is until suddenly she can at the end when only she can do it.
Val's been glaring and angrily typing for a while, and I'm very concerned about the question we're gonna get next. What you got?
I agree.
I don't.
Whose synopsis is this? This synopsis says
I didn't write it. I can tell you
no.
that.
I wrote it right
Yeah.
before that's what while you were while you were doing the pre-show prep. The Camosaurus.
The synopsis was the wish effectively alters the fate of magical girls, saving them from despair and their eventual transformation into witches. While
Yep.
witches are eliminated, magical girls still exist in the new world, but their fate is different. They disappear after their magic is depleted.
Because so none of them see Madoka. So everyone just thinks these magical girls are disappearing, but it's because Madoka's killing them.
They're
Yeah.
taking them to Pink Jesus Heaven.
She's
Mm.
murdering them.
Mm-hmm.
But she
steals their little she's like and takes them out of their little
is she
egg.
like
Eat them? Probably. I hope
is
so.
she omnipotent and that she knows like, oh, in 5 minutes this person's gonna go
Yes.
sad
Yes.
before they realize that they're sad.
Mhm.
Yes. She is omnipotent.
Okay.
Yeah, the wish being like all the like the magic. Like I know I
She'll
said
be
earlier that it was
her wish does that, yeah.
earlier I was like, yeah, this is pretty sci-fi, and then this happened, so yeah.
So then is Kyubey also? Because
Omnipotent?
how would he then know when to capture Homura before her break?
I don't know that Kyubey's omnipotent, because then I think Kyubey seemed genuinely surprised by a lot of the things Homura did. I
Mhm.
think it's more that Kyubey is just like stalking Homura and because like they can see. I think Kyubey can like read the grief seeds basically, and so like when it fills up with enough grief, that's when they're gonna turn into a witch. And so I think it's more that Kyubey can like they have a good they got like their own little tracker in their alien station basically where they can
Yeah.
like read the grief seeds and
I
stuff.
kind of read it.
The egg boys.
But then if Madoka's omnipotent, then wouldn't she know that that was Kyubey's plan?
She's omnipotent in the realm of her wish. Her wish was not to stop Kyubey. It was to prevent more witches. So she is omnipotent in regards to her wish and her wish alone. Just like all the other wishes, only the wish is granted. Just because she's more powerful doesn't mean that she gets like special like extra powers. So
Yes.
she wouldn't be omnipotent to all of Kyubey's plans. She would just be omnipotent to when someone is about to become a witch, so she can stop it and have the power to stop it.
And take them to Pink Jesus Heaven in that like carriage that Bebe and
Or eats them.
yeah. Eats them.
Maybe eats them. Jury's out. The movie's not out yet.
Mhm. Yep.
And because Homura remembers, because like I couldn't tell if she was remembering while she was in the egg or if she remembered the whole time.
I think I don't know that we really know.
Mhm.
I think that's up for speculation. I think she knows the whole time because of the beach scene. I don't think she forgets Madoka. And again, my theory on that is just because she has also lived through all these timelines. She has also amassed a lot of power because
Brain
of
damage.
that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, she's got a lot of trauma, and so I think that's part of why she also remembers Madoka.
Because
But
I
there's a
got
bunch of
from the
different
beach scene that she didn't remember Madoka, but she's got that like I should be I'm forgetting something.
Mm,
Also, who's Madoka?
There's
that's
also
fair.
there's also the thing of like there's Madoka Pink Jesus and then Madoka the school student, like her friend, like, and that's kind of like what she did at the end. She's like she took the part that's the non-magical girl part, the one that was just nice to her on her first day of school, and took that, and then like the God Jesus aspect is like trapped away somewhere.
No, I think they're both gone. Both are erased because, like, the parents don't remember schoolgirl Medical either. But,
Well, no, I'm talking about the movie, like the end of the movie.
oh, I see, okay. Yeah, she splits, basically. To your point, though, about I think that's kind of the point, like, your like, interpretation is also valid. I think it's left up to our interpretation of if she truly remembers Madoka or not. Um, so I think that's a fair question, and I don't know that it's one that'll get answered with this next one, but it might be.
There's also the thing of like she does remember it, but like after a certain amount of point, like you start to, I know we've made a lot of gaslighting jokes this
Mm.
pops today, but like yeah, like I mean you start to wonder like was that real? Like if no one else remembers
That's fair
it, like
too.
that's part of what causes her crash out in the movie is that like she remembers it, but she has no one to talk to except for this baby in a park that like if you if you go up to this if you go to these parents like, hey, can I talk to your son about this imaginary friend he
I'd like
has?
to talk to your son about our Lord and Savior,
Ma.
Pink Jesus.
Pink apple eating Jesus.
Okay. One last question. What was Homura's wish verbatim?
To
I think it was
go save to save
eh,
Madoka. Like it
yeah, I
wasn't
think
like a time travel.
no, it was about saving Madoka, but I'm trying to remember the exact Homura wish. Madoka. I thought her wish wasn't necessarily to save. I thought it was that she wanted to like she wished to like go back basically
Mm-hmm.
to see Madoka again or something like that.
See where is
What?
it?
Yeah, the
Chat,
line was I want to protect her,
Mm-hmm.
not I want to save her.
So let's see if I can find the exact wish.
That's what
If
I'm
I make a
looking.
contract with you, can you really grant me any wish I want?
Mm-hmm.
Seems you have enough potential for it. So tell
Okay.
me, what is your wish that will make your soul gem shine? I takes off her glasses. Girl,
Okay.
it's still raining, girl. Like that's not gonna help. I want to redo my meeting with Miss Kanama, but this time instead of her protecting me, I want to become strong enough to protect her. So that kind of answers my like lung capacity question, where like every time she like
Yeah,
goes back, like she can run a little, she can run farther. She's stronger. She has better aim.
no glasses.
No glasses, yeah.
Yeah, so she doesn't specifically wish to like save Madoka.
She want
She just wants to see her again and protect her, which she
redo the
does.
meeting.
So follow-up question. Why would she have to keep jumping back if she wasn't strong enough to beat a witch if her wish was to be strong enough to protect Homura? Or sorry,
So
Madoka.
so she said that she wanted to be the one protecting her,
I
which
thought he said strong enough to.
yeah, but it's not she didn't so the problem with this is all of these wishes are taken in a like the point of them is they are taken in a way that will cause grief. That's on purpose, right? So
Mm-hmm.
like her wish wasn't to save Madoka, it wasn't to prevent her from dying, it was just to be the one to protect her, which would imply only that Madoka is stronger. I mean that Homura is stronger than Madoka and that she takes on a guardian role. It does not imply that she will be strong enough to save her or keep her from dying, just to protect her until she dies. Which she does.
Again and again and again.
So then is her wish why she eventually remembers Madoka?
Potentially, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because as all magicals know that they had to make a wish to become a magical girl, if she just like does she short circuit every time she tries to remember why she became a magical girl?
I love this thought. In Madoka Magica, Magia Record, that concept is actually explored. This isn't like a spoiler, it's in the first episode, but the main girl's whole point is that she doesn't know what wish she made to become a magical girl, but she also knows that there is someone in her life missing that she can't remember. That is literally the concept for her main arc in the spin-off series. So it's
Mm,
interesting that you say that. But yeah, I would think that makes sense that like in order to protect someone, you have to know who they are. So her wish would keep it from her being able to at least fully forget Madoka.
yeah.
So yeah, it's the show's interesting in my opinion in the fact that like all of these wishes are granted to the T, but it's that whole like genie concept where like you have to be careful with how you word your wish because
And
that
that's why
wording
I'm
is
going back to
important.
the exact wording of
No,
it because
fair.
I know that's how this works, right? That's how, the wishes get taken advantage of because they are to a
Yes.
T.
And that's totally fair. It's I think hard too because like I as a fan like paraphrase a lot in my mind. So like when you're like, "Well, what was the exact wording?" and I'm like, "I don't know, does you want to protect her?" But
Mhm.
like I can't like remember that exact wording. So it's not like it's a good question to ask because it does impact I think how their like stories play out and the parameters of their like
Hmm.
powers and stuff.
Yeah.
Um so I think it's a super fair question.
Do we ever hear like or like does the manga like ever explicitly say Sayaka's wish? Because I did think it was interesting that he could play, but he still needed physical therapy for like walking. So I don't know that we ever
Good
I
question.
heard.
I
think
also
her
was curious about that.
I don't remember exactly, but I thought her wish was specifically to hear him play again. I thought
Okay,
she wished to hear him play
I
again.
don't know. I don't remember like hearing the words, but like yeah,
Mm.
okay. That one, I
I
mean,
could be wrong, but I am pretty positive that her wish was to hear him play.
and that makes sense because he still needed to he still needed a wheelchair. That so I thought because
Yep.
I thought that part was interesting as well.
Yeah. Only his hand was healed.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Also,
The
also it's
synopsis
such a
is the heel of the
2011.
injured hand.
Also, it's such a 2011 thing that like that CD player that like exposes it. It was like a little V thing. I remember wanting one of those so bad.
I love the design for a lot of the spaces in this series because it's like both feels futuristic but also not future.
Hmm.
It's also interesting because this like main series focuses a lot on that like sci-fi tech vibe. But the spin-off actually takes place in like a more like Kyoto historic Japan setting.
Interesting.
So it's a very interesting contrast because they're it so like in this one like the places they're in is very sci-fi, but their clothes are very like normal traditional kind of clothes, but in the spin-off, like the world they're in is a lot more traditional, but their clothes are a lot more sci-fi
Hmm.
and like modern and it's a very interesting contrast. I'm sure someone out there has like interesting thoughts on it, but I just think it looks cool.
It's funny that like
Oh, I read a spoiler.
I didn't think of anything as sci-fi. I was like, oh no, that's just Japan. But then I remembered that the hologram bus stop thing. I'm like, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that one's. I mean, I would also would believe if Japan just had that.
that's
What's
fair.
what's the spinoff called?
It's like Magia record, I think. I'm so bad
Mm.
at names. Let me
Uh,
confirm.
Apparently, it started as a mobile game. So if you
Yes, it did.
so if you just want to
That's
play the
why
game,
That's why the main character in it looks so much like Madoka because they were on a team together.
hmm.
It is Magia record.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm reading this other one, which I may have find. Okay, this one is about the wishes in the series.
Okay.
Um, the person who responded says Cube actually isn't a monkey's paw or an evil genie who interprets wishes maliciously. Generally speaking, he grants wishes according to the wisher's intent, with the only limiting factor being karmic potential, which is what you said. Um, the problem is that many of the kids who Cube exploits are either A, not in a position to make a well thought out wish, or B, don't have the perspective to recognize what they or others really want. When
Yep.
mommy makes her wish to survive, she's literally dying. So she doesn't have the mindset or the time to consider a proper wish. Mommy does express regret that she didn't wish for her whole family to survive. And this is the different story. But it's not like her wish was twisted. She did survive.
Yeah. That's what it's literally just what they wished for.
Mm-hmm.
This one says, when Sayaka makes a wish to heal Kyosuke's hand, what she really wants is for Kyosuke to reciprocate her feelings. Sayaka gets what she wished for with no twist on her words. Kyosuke's hand is healed, however, this doesn't satisfy Sayaka's true desire, which leads to problems later on.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree, obviously, because that's similar to what I had said. I don't know that I agree that Kyubey does not have twisted intentions, though, because Kyubey's whole goal is to create grief.
Also,
Like,
there's
so.
also the whole thing of like, maybe not intentionally, but because he doesn't understand human emotion, he doesn't understand, like, he'll grant it, but like he won't, like, he doesn't really see the repercussions.
Get the vibe behind it.
Yeah. So if anything,
Yeah.
like, maybe he doesn't do the intention, but like, yeah, you did it. Like, I I don't understand why you're upset. I
I
granted.
gave you what you wanted.
Right.
Well, this one says, when Kyoko makes a wish for people to listen to her father, this is not like, you know, it isn't being twisted necessarily by Kyubey, because she made the wish because she thought she knew what her father wanted. It says that, the synopsis says, when Kyoko makes a wish for people to listen to her father, she doesn't realize what her father would actually want: for people to genuinely listen to him, not be magically compelled to.
Mhm.
It's not the wish being twisted, but the misunderstanding that leads to Kyoko's family falling apart.
Yeah, so I guess
Unless
from
you
their
think that there was, like, outside interference making him feel ill about the situation.
I mean,
no, so
that one could be both, like, both Kyoko and Catboy not understanding either one.
yeah, I think it's also partially I guess what I meant earlier too, it's not necessarily that I think, like, Kyubey is, like, twisting the wish, more so that, one, I think Kyubey is manipulating and taking advantage of people to make wishes in compromised positions and settings.
That's what this says, right? It's Kyubey's intentionally choosing someone who was vulnerable and going to make a wish without thinking.
Yep, so that way, because Kyubey's like, "It doesn't really matter what you wish for, I know it will produce grief." So yeah,
Mhm.
that's fair from that perspective, for sure. I feel like that's my quote for this, like, yeah, that's fair.
That's fair, yeah.
I mean,
That's valid.
I mean, for as much as visual, like, representation, like, visual things the show gives, like, yeah, there's a lot to, like, chew on.
Mhm.
For sure. That was my one complaint about, and this is not really what we're talking about, but my one complaint about Magia Record. I mean, I like it. It's not like bad. It's an okay time,
Mm-hmm.
but like it doesn't have as much to chew on.
Cotton candy.
It's not as chewy. Yeah, it's still good. It's just not. It's missing the same, I think, soul. It's
Eh.
missing the same soul gem that the original series has, which is a bummer because their costume design is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
So then I feel satisfied.
Whew.
How would you have changed Madoka's wish to make it less flawed?
Oh, I am not the one for that, man. I am so bad at stuff like that. I have absolutely no idea because I am a very impulsive person. My wish probably would have been stupider. Like, it would have been worse. There would have been way more cheese holes. Like, I don't know that I would know how to make it better.
Like, honestly, in the context of the story, granted, the writers wrote it, so, like, of course they chose
Yeah.
it that.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, like, in terms of, like, kind of like what we were saying, like, say, like, if you stop all the witches, then there's no reason to recruit more magical girls. So, like, if anything, I thought it was kind of clever for how, like, ditzy she has been shown to be throughout the whole series. Like, wait, where did this was she just rolled a nat 20 on, like, what, like, on wisdom, like, right?
Yeah, I think from like a normal person's perspective who doesn't know what's to come, like I feel like it probably seemed like a pretty like closed-ended wish. So like I think it's hard to say.
Mhm.
Do you think that adding an addendum to something, like something to the extent of like wishing that Cubase like species couldn't like cause harm, like intend harm?
See, the thing about it is that,
But they
like,
don't think they're in they based on what they're saying, they don't think they're causing harm. So that's like a really easy loophole
yeah,
because in order to like that leaves the
Well, what if you
loophole
say,
for
like,
the
they can't cause harm, even though they don't think they are, they would still be causing harm?
there's a big loophole there
I guess
because there's
I
you
meant
can
as,
then
like, an
make,
addendum to what she was already doing in the way that, like, okay, now he can't go back and create other things that, like, hurt.
but you would have to then I think word it that he can't cause harm, uh either intended or like incident. Like you would have to add the words intended or incidental for that wish to have any kind of bearing, I think. Because I think that then they could just make the loophole of like, well, Cube doesn't think Cube's causing harm, so because the intention isn't to cause harm, it's not.
What do you think of, because she's obviously not gonna, like, think through all this, but again, to your nat 20 point, what if she'd have then been like, "Oh, and by the way, like, after all of the, like, witches and magical girls are gone, your species ceases to exist."
In real life, sure, I could see that being a lot more solid. In anime life, what if there's not another species doing the same thing?
but also like because there are still like rays, because so there still will be magical girls, I guess, to fight the rays. Or
Well,
no.
no,
We my
she's
bad.
saying that basically the species would just fuck off and
Yeah.
like Cube wouldn't exist on Earth anymore.
Hmm.
But so then to that point, eh, is Cube the reason the wraiths are there? Or is that something that's going to happen regardless?
Also,
And I don't know that we have
I don't
that
have an
answer.
understanding of the wraith stuff to begin with to say one way or the other. What are the wraiths? I don't know.
there
The
also
next evolution
yeah,
of witches, essentially.
there also still is the thing of like the alternate universe thing where like yeah, your species cease to exist in this universe, and then they exist in another universe, like the other universe where no one remembers Madoka.
Yeah. I I get the I don't know. I think it's hard too because it's an anime and not real life. So
Yeah.
like who knows what they would do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Like there's plus there's always the thing of like the writer, like I mean like the movies where like the creators like, hey, we'll pay you $1 million to like rewrite this. Okay, actually this is what she meant by the wish, and then you can rewrite it to
Yeah.
be whatever you
Well,
want.
because like,
yeah.
what if, because I think her wish was something about, like, getting rid of witches, but what if it was like, and the need for magical girls?
That's
Yeah.
better. I think you should have a lawyer review it and
Yeah,
that I think
get
maybe
Tyler here.
that's the thing. Like I think in order to like have like a full like she would have needed to do a montage monologue in order to make sure that it was fully like I don't think you could just like one off a wish. I guess is more like I don't know that pretty much anyone could do that because there are always loopholes.
Well,
And so I
that's why
think
I
she
guess it
would
was
have to
so
like
impressive, like, about her wish, right? Because she was like in all universes and whatever, right?
The
Like,
mm,
past and
past,
future.
present, and future.
yeah.
There's also I like that we haven't even mentioned like the I can't pronounce it, but like the big bad that was coming. Like we haven't we're like 2 hours in, we haven't mentioned that like cornucopia at all. And that's the other thing is also she was making that wish as cornucopia was like off in the background, like about to destroy a city. So like
Mhm.
there's also that aspect to it.
Oh, do we
Uh
get lore on that somewhere?
what
Do we ever get lore on, like, the big super powerful witch that is supposed to be the reason that they're panicking?
Let me confirm one thing really quick.
Beep boop boop bop.
did it at least start with a C? Was I right on that, or was I
I
way
thought it
off?
was a V.
Oh,
I don't know.
uh, I
Hey, chat, who was the name of the big bad witch in
oh, did it remind the design kind of reminded me of the big bad monster in Digimon, like the with Willis, Pokemon? No, not Pokemon. God, um, like the one that like turned back time. I can't remember them. Wait, Willis, the one who was supposed to be American, and you know that he's American because he's blonde. Um, bad guy in Digimon that not
bad
no
guy
no
in
not
Digimon?
Digimon movie. No, not All Star. Wendymon. That's what it was. Wendigomon
When
in the movie.
Wendigomon?
Yeah. It
I
was
don't even know. I spaced out. What was this about? Why are we talking about Digimon
Oh,
now?
the big bad of the big bad witch at the end of the movie,
Oh,
like the
yeah.
design, like the laughter and the way they just kind of like floating around. It reminded me of that. I like the design of it. Like the artwork of all this is very good. It's just the lore of witches. If anything, this made me want to go like take like a art history class in community college because like there was something like I recognize that that's like a famous piece of art. I just don't know it. And I don't know by choosing that piece of art what it means.
Walpurgis Night? Not?
Yes, Walpurgis Night. I just want to verify something really quick about her.
I don't know where I got cornucopia.
I
I
don't
mean,
either.
yeah, I thought you were saying that because she's like cone shaped,
Maybe.
because she's wearing a dress, but there's like a slight opening on it. I assumed you were describing her as an actual cornucopia.
The
Not
only
that that was her
cornucopia I
character.
know is from Hunger Games. So because I've never done a Thanksgiving, so I
We
don't.
don't, I've never, like, it's more of like a what they teach in history class, not that we actually have.
Right, like we're both from the South. Like I don't know.
Right.
I had a teacher call like the Civil War the War of Northern Aggression. So yeah.
Yeah, we still don't know.
Okay.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to confirm.
Okay,
Sorry.
just vibes.
Yeah, we don't know anything about her. We don't know what that name was given to her by magical girls. We don't even know like
Yeah.
what her magical girl name
So
actually
so like
was.
you'd have to like take an art history class or something to like understand like the visual stuff of what she is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. We're going back to college.
So, but with the idea that, like, the more powerful am I making this up? The more powerful the magical girl, the more powerful the witch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
100%. Which is
I
why
had the
I'm very excited to see Homer as a witch.
So that was kind of like one of my, like, maybe one of my ideas when I was watching this, is that it was like actually Madoka or Homura from another timeline that like was keep getting continually got implanted in the like one of their timelines, because they're the only two that we've seen to be like so powerful that their previous
The
selves can't defeat them.
So I don't think it could be Madoka because I don't know that because she's there fighting herself, so she couldn't have like done that. But also we've seen Homura's witch form.
In the
We know
movie.
what that
That
art looks like.
in that universe,
Yeah,
be-
Homura's their witch form doesn't change universe to universe.
Yeah. This
because
the same
like
way their which magical girl form doesn't change. Which
She's just some random powerful chick, Val.
I do like that idea. I do like the idea that like there was once like somewhere else her own another magical girl was like having her own like
Yeah.
adventure that like led to this. Maybe she's a Sailor Moon. Who knows?
I knew it. It's Chibiusa,
Which one was that?
the little kid,
Oh, okay.
pink hair. Yeah, she's my favorite. She also just pulls a gun on people.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she pulls a gun on her mom and dad. Spoilers.
well, and I only said Homura because like
This is
in
a
this
home invasion.
description of the like big bad witch, is that like because she's on this gear and she's like upside down, she's rotating aimlessly and she just like keeps respinning, and it gave me the idea of like, okay, she's got her like Yu-Gi-Oh flip switch arm doodad that sends her back. It's made of gears and it sends her back in a time loop and she's spinning. I was like, I could totally see that being like
Yeah,
a Homura witch.
I don't think it's like if I think it's a fair like
At this point with what we know,
idea,
yeah.
but we know what Homura's witch form looks like, so like we know that's not Homura, and I think that the witch forms are like we also know what Homura's. Never mind, that might actually be a spoiler, but anyways, I think that their witch
Wait,
forms.
we watched the series
Well,
or the
from
movie.
like all the trailer. I just don't remember if it was in the 3rd movie or if I'm mixing it with trailers and stuff. But so, like, we also know what Homura's demon form looks like and stuff, which is the antithesis to Madoka's goddess form. But so because we see magical girls repeatedly through Homura's time travel transform constantly into the witch they will become, it's the same every time. And so I think the concept is that their witch form is an inevitability. Like, is that the word I was looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to turn into it no matter what. So I personally don't think their witch forms change. And so we know what Homura's witch looks like. I think it will. There's a really sick figure of it for sale right now. It's very expensive. But so I don't think that, like,
So
they would
the other
vary.
the other theory that I'm cooking is that, like, the say it again, the something not knocked,
Knocked?
the name of the witch.
Oh, it's well,
Cornucopia.
Walpurgis
it's
not.
Walpurgisnacht or whatever. Yeah.
Wally.
So that's like actually it's like a not pagan. There might be some paganism in it, but basically, like, it's an actual celebration
Yes.
where, like, you could say, like, witches come together, like a gathering. And
Yep.
so this other description thing that I found, basically, it says nobody knows whether Walpurgisnacht was initially a single person or the phantom born from the gathering of many spirits.
Ooh,
Because
I
it-
like that one. That's spoopy. I
Mm-hmm.
like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
What if, because, like, okay, there's gonna be some, like, high level, like, timey-wimey shit that, like, only the writers would have known, but, like,
Okay.
all of the darkness that Madoka Jesus was collecting, like, some of it siphoned off, or like some of it fell off and fell into this timeline, and was that. So, like, all the witch stuff that she took from magical girls as they were dying.
They're their souls, Danny. It's their
Okay.
souls.
They-
not
It's
their
like
witch
Soul Eater.
stuff.
Just
No,
eating
the
the
black
souls.
part. The black part. Like,
The grief?
yeah, the grief. Okay, all the grief she was taking from them, like, some of it just, like, fell off and then, like, became that.
Like the mustard on a sandwich. Like,
Yes.
oops, a little spilled.
Yes, literally.
But, like, enough to make a really powerful wish.
I mean, she was collecting everything
That's a
from
lot of
across the whole
mustard.
time.
So, mustard, Danny.
That's a lot of mustard.
Well,
Where
it
do you
is
think she went for
in
that mustard?
Danny's defense, it is all of the witches that ever existed,
you.
past, present, and future.
That's
So
at
I guess
least
it
one
would be
bottle
a
of
lot of
mustard.
mustard.
Or,
yeah.
like, from, like, a little ant's perspective, like, a little bit of mustard for us is like a Jesus Christ, like a tornado, or, like, not a tornado.
Excuse me, it's Pink Jesus.
Pink
to
Jesus.
you.
Pink
Thank
Jesus.
you.
Watch your profanity.
Pink Jesus.
I'm gonna
Pink Jesus dropped some mustard on us, and then, like,
everyone quickly donate to get Danny a one of those, like, saint candles with Madoka on it.
oh, I'll put it next to my mom's, like, candle of Jesus just to upset her.
This is my favorite saint. Saint Madoka.
There was a TikTok trend of Hispanic kids putting their favorite, like, most of it was Itachi from Naruto, putting it next to Jesus, and, like, grandpa's getting, like, genuinely upset. I'll do that,
Oh
though,
my
if
God.
we crowdfund this.
Crowd.
Okay, I think I've cooked up enough schemes for this episode, and I
It's
feel
good. I've aged 10 years. I hope-
I told you, I was like, hey, this is some Bucky Wucky time shit. You know how I am with Bucky Wucky time shit. Danny,
All
I
I
don't know if
know
you know
is-
this lore. Once Kelsey was just like having a sad day and was like, I hate this universe. And I was like, well, now I kind of like this universe, because if you go back and you make an alternate universe form of this, and then I start going into this whole thing
I've
because
never said
of
it
the
again.
butterfly effect.
To be fair, the comment I made was, wow, this is the worst timeline.
Yeah.
And I've never made that comment again. All I know is next time I see you, I think I need presents or a cookie or something, man. You gotta bring me a beer or something for this. I was tricked. I was told I was gonna get to yell at people about how cool Madoka was. I was not told I was gonna need to brought a 10-page thesis on time travel and lore.
I told you I had questions.
I thought they were gonna be like fun, stupid questions, like who's
Look
the
at
top and
me.
who's the bottom, not
Look
like.
at
Wait,
me.
actually, for someone who didn't catch it, who is
Okay, wait, hold on, wait. Before you answer that, which name is presented first in the fanfics that you read off earlier?
Yeah, fuck.
I thought it was Homura.
Control Shift T, Control Shift T. The Smith
Mm-hmm.
Blade. What the fuck was that? All right. Let's see. Where is relationships?
Yep.
Akemi Homura, Sayaka, Homura, Kyoka, Homura.
Homura's obviously top. We all know it.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're
Madoka.
going through this rigmarole.
This was a teaching lesson for Danny so that the next time he's wondering who's the top in a ship, he knows like how orders work.
I feel like that's stereotyping that like the mask one is the top. I don't like contributing to that.
Did you just call my precious baby girl Mask?
The mask one, like of the two, of the black hair and the pink one.
She's just the more dominant. Also, it's not stereotyping. There are plenty of times I do not ship the Mask one.
No. Okay, you were saying what I was gonna say.
Angry woman yells about lesbian.
I'm saying I didn't know that it was obvious, and not just because I didn't catch it at all.
Not because you didn't know until 5 minutes before the episode started.
Exactly. Honestly, okay, the counterpoint that if the first one is the top, then Sayaka being the top to Kyoko is like a fun inversion of that.
I actually think that makes sense, though. Yeah. Because Kyoko's like, she's a baddie on the outside, but a softie on the inside.
Yeah.
I get it, Kyoko.
So yeah, so in
Just
this...
kidding. I'm angry on the outside and inside.
So in this case, Homura being the top. Okay, yeah, because then you have Sayaka immediately to counteract that. Diversity.
Yeah. Woo! Sayaka should just be left on red, but that's fine.
I mean, yeah, but someone has to.
Yeah. What are you researching now? No more time questions.
The top goes first, right? I'm
Yeah,
not.
I thought so.
I second guessed myself after I explained it because
I
sometimes
have another question though.
sometimes people use it interchangeably, and I'm like wrong.
I have a question though.
Go on.
And this is maybe a stupid question. It's gonna make me look really dumb, especially because I am primarily a Yuri fan. With Yuri shippings though, I never actually think about top versus bottom. Is that do other people like? I just don't think about a top versus bottom like I do. I guess I think more like dominant versus.
I think you're saying the same thing.
Yeah, it just feels weird to say top versus bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I think.
It's called
Yeah, the first name is the Dom.
Yeah, okay, I feel better. Cool. Yeah.
Yes.
It's called Yuri. Is that the word for lesbian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very confusing for Yuri on Ice fans.
That's what literally the first episode I was on this show was about Yuri on Ice. So that's why I was like, wait a minute, are they saying lesbians on ice?
Lesbians on Ice.
I wish. It's confusing for Yuri as my job fans too because they bait us a lot, but I like it anyways. But it's a lot of bait.
There's a running joke on the internet that Yuri fans deserve Yaoi on Ice, a Yuri anime where the main female character's name is Yaoi.
Yes, but I absolutely love that. Except, could they roller derby instead? I want a badass Yuri roller derby series. I'm pitching it now.
What petition do I have to sign for this? I feel like it's already written itself.
Yeah, it's there. It's done.
It's already there.
It's basically the Yuri like alternative to fucking Skate the Infinity. Like it's ready to go. Come on.
Isn't the problem isn't roller derby like a 5-person team?
How many people are on a roller derby team?
What is it?
Also, roly derby.
What's wrong with that? You got that's more lesbians. This was great.
I mean, great for me. Yes.
I don't see the issue.
I don't know that many people are cool with polyamory.
What? I'm not saying they should all date each other.
Why not?
But also, they can, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know what that has to do with anything.
I don't know that it's maybe it's like relay race style. How many are needed for derby? Okay,
3. Okay.
Well,
There's 3 people to a roller derby team. You could do a love triangle thing. There's There,
Ugh, I hate love triangles. No.
there's a jammer, a blocker, and a pivot. It's
See,
literally
it's written itself. It could be poly, it could be monogamous. They could really do whatever they want with that.
It's so already written itself.
Like,
Okay, wait.
the pivot
I'm
is
not artistic. We gotta find someone who could draw. We're gonna just write this ourselves.
Alright,
Fuck it. We're going live.
I need fan art by my
Alright.
desk on Monday.
We need an artist. I'll write all the really bad pickup lines. I'll take that job. Just kidding.
Speaking of deadlines and asking for things by Monday, I asked one of our mutual friends, a tall gentleman that lives in the on the
Is it
East
my
Coast.
husband?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, I'm not tall.
I asked him a computer technical question
Oh,
about
I know who it is. Okay.
okay. About what it would take to basically make a website that could automatically pull like new publishers' announcements about different like mangas that they're releasing, so that I could have a repository, like a website that's active where I can go, okay, what manga is coming out next month from these publishers, and I could just click it and it would like pull the information.
Oh, I'd be sick. Yeah.
Like super cool, right?
Yeah.
An RSS
And
feed?
so
Those were
I'm like,
letters.
so I asked this, and then I was like, well, you know, what if we did like an initial like population, and then I signed up for like publication, like emails from publishers saying like when their new releases are going to be and what they're going to be. And then I could like forward it to an email account that's monitored that then pulls the information from that email. And he goes, yeah, that could work. So we're hashing out the details. This is all theoretical to me, right?
Oh God, the website's
man
already
goes,
made. What do
do
you
you have
mean?
this man goes, I'm working on a prototype right now. Do you have a deadline when you'd like a proof of concept by?
Yeah, I was like, you silly goose. You thought this was still fictional? This has been
Meanwhile-
rolled out in 5 states.
I should have known, because the last time I asked him a question, which was how hard would it be to make my own website, the next day I had a website made.
Yeah, that's
for
on you. You're a silly goose.
You made a wish to
So-
QB and you got it.
Oh no.
The
Oh,
price I
no.
pay is that this man has a test that he has to get a certification for work on Monday, and now he's not studying because he's working on my website.
You're so grounded. How could you do this to him? He's too nice.
He said,
He's
it's okay. I don't feel like studying tonight.
He's too nice. You can't do things like this.
I didn't mean to. I made sure to I thought he would have just like an answer, like
He's
don't
the
know.
Madoka. You can't.
So chat, look out for this new website that I'm working on. It's gonna be legit. Drop in the comments what publishers you want featured on this website that I'm making, that I'm commissioning. Apparently, I don't know what the fee is for what I'm commissioning, but I know I'm commissioning something.
You're gonna pay for him to retake this test.
Aw, poor guy. But thanks everyone for joining. Anyone who popped on our live today. We don't have a regular release schedule, unfortunately. I don't know when our next Straight Guy Tries is going to be or what it's going to be about. So thanks for just tuning in for the sporadic drops of our episodes. They are chaotic, but they are good. So thank you.
We.
So as always, support your local library. Continue to love what you love and love who you love. This has been Girls, Gays, Animes. We out.